Hello everybody. Oh, what the is my mic? I think my mic was set. It still seems like it's set really loud. Uh, Maybe this is better? It's in like the yet whatever. We'll just go with this for now. I don't know how with my mic. I guess I messed with the settings or something. Oh, it's probably because I have Audacity open maybe. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Ominous Owl and Hitogata-kun. Welcome, welcome. Uh, Got quite a bit to go over. Honestly, this is more of a cleanup stream because I have like a shit ton of stuff on the back burner that I wanted to talk about and that I just never got around to. But so we're mostly we'll see if we get around to watching some videos, but main order of business is I just want to go through a bunch of this news. Should we really start with that one? Yeah, I have like so much shit saved up of what I want to talk about. Like the main thing is the EDP documentary, but I never get into the meat right away. So we'll go through some other stuff first. Hello, Yavin. I don't know. Let's start with this story. This story's kind of fun. Or is the audio okay? But I'll just assume it's fine for now. Yeah, here it is. Anyways, Sean Subaru's English VA says that Subaru is 100% neurodivergent, and yet we have people that deny it to this date. Yeah, so Chibi responds, English dub VA if Subaru tries to push an agenda that Natsuki Subaru is neurodivergent. That's a fancy word for autistic, basically. Same voice actor that cheered for Kirk's death. Author Tape has never said he was neurodivergent. Parasites are inside and doing what happened to Hollywood. Yeah, so holy shit, bro. These fuckers are so annoying. Alright, literally just, we need to burn down the entire localization industry. It's a disaster. And I mean, look, what gives us also, is this LN Historian doing this fuck? Of course it's fucking LN Historian. Oh, of course, it's always him. Audio's been on the higher end, but it's not that bad. Uh, Audio's fine. Okay, I'll just keep it like this for now then. Of course, LN Historian of all fucking people is doing this, but yeah, this is just more retardation. Alright, more agenda pushing, and because, I mean, you gotta have Subaru, like, he has to check a diversity checkbox, because as we've learned on this channel, Japanese men are treated the same as white men these days. Fucking course, man, it's the fucking bug historian. LN historian, yeah. But, I mean, my god. This shit's just fucking annoying, though. And, I mean, look, this is the whole thing. Why are people even saying... Whatever, it's dumb. So there's that. Oh yeah, stuff's heating up over Bao. I think I had other stuff about her. So Bao, she's some VTuber, or she was a VTuber. Not really anymore. So with how much Bao's been doing IRL stuff with multiple face reveals without using the avatar, she has removed her VTuber label from her profile. Now it only exists on her @ tag. After all the Cinder drama, the Skeb drama, and the Misandry drama recently, this might be a move to rebrand herself, as evidently the simp audience has completely fallen for her IRL appearance. And that's the thing, okay? Bao, look, a lot of these VTubers are just fucking grifters, okay? They're just e-whores with an anime avatar that they don't even fucking use, you know, all the time anymore. In the case of Bao, I think she did the VTuber grift, and now it's kind of drying up that the core VTuber fan base has wisened up, so now she's just going full-on e-girl. Just gonna be another fucking, I don't know, Amaranth, I guess? I don't really know any actual e-girl streamers. Where am I? I'm having deja vu. I'm not surprised Western VTubing was a mistake, yeah. Honestly, the more popular VTubing has gotten, the more I appreciate Hololive, okay? Because, you know, obviously there's been some bad eggs, but, like, overall, the lineup that Hololive has had has been very solid, you know? I mean, just look at the drama. Like, I think the only major Hololive drama that's ever happened is with Rushia, and she was Japanese. And I mean, look, I bet there's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes. You know, we know about, like, Amelia leaving, for example, but, you know, all things considered, it's been pretty quiet. Meanwhile, you have these fucking, you know, e-thought tubers who fucking start shit every other fucking week. There's some big drama with them. I love how VTubers are usually against misandry. She looks completely different in those two photos. That's what makeup will do to a girl. And I mean, in the second one, she's like making a funny face too, and the lighting's kind of dark. Hololive JP has always been solid, yeah. And it's very impressive because when you're working with women, you know, drama is almost an inevitability. So I actually do find it very respectable how Hololive manages to have almost no drama. She's live right now. Bao is? Oh my god. Is she live with her actual face, or does she have like her model still? Hololive girls also have their IRL selves, like Kihihime, Demon Dice. I guess so, actually. Alana is good. Look, there's some good ones, right? But overall, the whole like VTubing scene is just a complete fucking disaster now. Yeah, so there's that one. There's other stuff too, but this is all just like a bunch of random bullshit I got. Oh, yeah. Harry Potter fans forced a 430 million pound sea cable. Wait, no, that's not pound. I think that's euro. A 430 euro. Wait, no, that is pound. Yeah, 430. Oh shit, 430 pound 430 million pound sea cable to be relocated in order to avoid the grave of Dobby on a Welsh beach. The power cable linking the UK and Ireland now passes near Bronze Age human burial remains instead of the fictional character's gravesite, following complaints from fans. What fucking universe are we living in? It's like, okay, you can't disturb the grave of Dobby, but it's fine to disturb the fucking graves of these fuckers from the Bronze Age. Okay, what the fuck's gonna happen when you start seeing fucking ghosts appear in your selfies on Facebook? Like, what the heck? What the fuck? This is insane, bro. Like, shit. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I vibe coded a safer Roblox for my son. He's not allowed to play Roblox because we don't know who he's talking to, so I created a version where he plays obbies. The game is populated with recordings of other playthroughs, giving the illusion of playing with others, and there's even a chat from the bots talking to each other. He can talk with the bots and they chat back using ChatGPT. Okay, so let's see this. Oh, hello, Zero Angels Found. Welcome. Oh, I have the I forgot to turn on my desktop audio. It doesn't really matter. The sound effects aren't that interesting. Also, this kid's a retard. Bro, the platforming isn't that hard, man. Yeah, so, and look, under normal circumstances, I would say, okay, you're making a game for your son to play because you don't want them to go on Roblox, because let's be real here, Roblox is fucked, but the thing that's disturbing about this story is these, like, fake other players that he has. And look, I find the idea of having, like, AI, you know, NPCs in a game interesting, but, like, you're kind of, like, I don't know, people have described this as, like, the Truman Show, and it's kind of true. Because you're putting your son into this fake multiplayer game full of these fake people. It's just kind of disturbing, you know? And I mean, look, there's no reason why he had to go that extra mile. I guess he could have had, like, the ghosts, but, you know, what's wrong with it just being a platformer, right? And then just making the obbies. You can't just fake social interaction for a child, just don't let them play online. I mean, exactly. You know, there's nothing wrong with giving them a single-player game. You don't need to have this fake multiplayer shit. It's just weird. Everyone should play Mario Bros. 1 as their first platformer. Look, it should be like Galaxy or Sunshine. Fake socialization is the only problem I have with this TBH, and that's the problem I have too. Like, I would say it's wholesome if he just made like a Roblox clone that was single player for his son, okay? Because I mean, look, I'll say this much: I wouldn't want my kids using the internet, at least, you know, without extensive supervision and restrictions. You know, because I know the internet's fucked. I mean, look, I was on the internet back in the day. All right, I definitely looked at stuff I wasn't supposed to. Play it here, so you can go play it yourself. I want to trick him into learning while playing, so you gotta do the obby challenge while also collecting all the letters. Then at the end of each level, you have to spell the word to unlock the key. Okay, if your son is struggling with, like, basic spelling, then I think it's kind of over for him. Right now, it's just a single level escape school, and the layout was all generated. Okay, bro, you got AI to generate the fucking level. Oh my fucking god, man. Get real. You can't even be bothered to design a fucking level for your son's game. And look, it's not even like he used AI to generate a bunch. He used AI to generate just one level? Come on, bro. Are you this fucking lazy? Getting Claw to generate interesting and varied challenges. Yeah, no fucking shit, bro. Because you're supposed to be making the varied and interesting challenges yourself. Oh my god. Ideally, I want to be able to say make a house level with, oh my fucking god. Kill yourself, right? Actually fuck this guy. Alright, I use AI for tons of stuff, okay? Why would you even want to design a level with AI? Designing levels in games is like the fun part. Are you even making okay, AI, code me the game. Oh, AI, make all the graphics. AI, design all the levels. Excuse me, what the fuck did you actually do? And you call yourself an indie app dev. You don't do fucking shit. This guy, okay, fuck this guy. He should fucking he should kill himself right fucking now. Holy shit. Man, kids these days will never know what it was like to play Flash games online, yeah. No kidding. Imagine if there was no internet, you'd be outside with nowhere to go anyways. Well, I mean, it is best for kids to be playing outside. Son did not even spell lamb tragic. Wait, was he supposed to spell lamb? Ball. Yeah, at that point, just give him an old school single player game. Yeah, that's the reason. Is there any reason why that this guy can't just get Dolphin and then just give him, and then just have his son play fucking Mario Sunshine or something? I mean, what the fuck? Lamab. So, was it, or I guess he got it in, like, the wrong order? Why the fuck? What does Lamab mean? I don't get it. Yeah, holy shit. These guys are just fucking lazy. Okay? Also, oh yeah, the AI is so good, couldn't even get the fucking wall textures to line up properly. Also, couldn't even get the fucking door textures to line up properly. What is that shit? Okay, whatever. Look, fine. It's, oh. Okay, does he spell lamb? Oh, no, he spells ball. Huh? Am I, like, B? Okay, why does he have an M if you don't use it? Oh my god. At this AI raise my child now. It'd be easier to emulate a random 3DS game. Yes. Just fucking download Citro. Give him Mario 3D Land or something. Why do you have to do this shit? Row. Rot? Rotopy. I wonder what he spells here. So T. Trophy, there. Okay, that one used all the letters, I guess. Typing is hard on my tablet. OMG. My sister's playing on the other screen. I have to get off at 8. I'm playing on my school Chromebook right now. Oh my god, these people actually this is fucking weird, bro. Someone's gotta take this guy out. What else is even going on with this fucking dude? Oh yeah, at least he... Well, that was fun. At least he gets a bunch of Twitter impressions, I guess. Well, whatever. Whatever. What the hell was that? Dystopian. It really is, man. Anyway, let's go with this one. This was funny. So if you guys don't know the YouTuber Shay Frillis, he's one of these, like, liberal video essayists who makes, like, who makes videos on fucking Pixar movies and shit. Apparently, this is what he looks like. Alright? One of these lefty video essayists who calls you an incel. Alright, this is what he looks like. I fucking swear, man, it's like every time here. Or the exact word more rather than the correct word. Bro could just buy some toys for his kid and all his problems will be solved, yeah. Shay Frillis gave Odyssey... Are you serious? He gave Odyssey a 9 out of 10. That's fucked, man. What the hell? Holy God and Norwood bros. It's so brutal for the Norwoods, the IGN of YouTubers. He's gonna have to have his child development to the first human bot. It looks like that bro just shave it. Yeah, if you look, it's just over at this point, man. Pack it in. I see why he uses the fucking crab avatar from Moana. Okay, because the crab is better looking than he is. IRL. Apparently this is Sneeko trying to drop a new Muslim meme. Let's see here. He legit looks like that Wojak. Yeah, he does.
I smell the presence of the kuffar. Shoo! Begone, kafir! A Muslim is speaking. Silence. Quiet. Your stench is of the kafir.
Oh my God, bro, this is so cringe. Someone just needs to like euthanize Sneeko or something. It's just embarrassing. Isn't he like half Filipino, half Haitian or something? Okay, I'm sorry, Filipino bros. I'm sorry, Haitian bros. Alright, I know that Sneeko doesn't represent your people. Hot take that offends everyone unironically. All beards look hideous and gross. They can look good. Alright, but like, unless you've got like the perfect beard genes and you take really good care of it, then you're just better off clean shaven. Or, actually, you are better off with a beard if you have a really bad jawline. That's another case where I would say it's better. But yeah, I agree. Beards aren't that good. Is that the guy who always complains about Big Hero 6? Shay Frillis? Maybe? I think there's like some movie he really hates. I don't remember. Wish he green screened this. Satan is always depicted as a red soy jack for a reason. Shit. But yeah, Sneeko's just been taking L after L recently. Not that I mind, because Sneeko sucks, but still, it's funny. Here it is. That thing that Troonies say never happens, which happens all the time. An actual 24-year-old Troon is besties with a poor autistic kid grooming it. This is what they do, crack eggs. This is disgusting and should be reported. In no universe should some 24-year-old have access to a child like this, okay? And I thought this was some kind of exaggeration, but no, you see here Willow with the Troon hearts and the Bridget, oh my, and the fucking, oh my God. But look, they're only 15, okay? But their bestie, Nietzsche Anna GP, is 24. Morality is a club, used by the cunning to bludgeon the innocent. As such, there's nothing wrong with giving autistic boys estrogen. This shit is actually fucking disturbing. Like, this is grooming in the wild. You have some, like, 24-year-old freak grooming some 15-year-old, okay, into fucking taking drugs and lopping off their genitals. What the fuck? This is bullshit, man. These people need to be arrested. Why do they all pick the same names? Look, because it's all kind of like a LARP and they want like a name that sounds cool, I guess. You know, it's like either Willow, Lilith, or it's usually something like that. Actually, what the fuck? We have another Troon story with Little Karibo, if you guys have ever heard of him. And I forget what his new name is. That was a bit of a leap. Firing Squad. The future Nietzsche wanted. Oh my, really? Like, what the fuck, man? This is fucked up. You know, isn't... Let's see. Anyways, well, look, I don't know about the... I thought I heard somewhere that Madame Savvy was trans, but... Which is funny in this case, but... I don't know, maybe that was fake news or something. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, I guess we'll talk about the fucking Dennis Prager clip. I haven't watched this yet, but it looks funny. It's really depressing. In high school, I knew some middle schooler that was trans and called herself a boy. Thinking back, I feel really bad for her. Look, it is brutal that it does happen to these kids like this, you know? But there isn't really that much we can do about it, I guess. Except raise awareness, but... Look, it's just unfortunate that we live in a society. It really is dystopic. But anyways, let's check out this one.
A poor substitute, but it is a substitute, if that were the case. No child is being used. Yeah. It's all animated.
Yeah.
and he
But would you use the word evil of animated child pornography? Because I certainly would.
No, I would use evil only with behavior. That's where we might differ, forgetting the sex issue. You can't be evil. You didn't do evil if you thought evil. You did evil if you committed.
If I'm masturbating to animated pictures of pornography, I'm not doing something evil.
That's correct.
Yeah, I think that's despicable. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, of course.
Who is being hurt? You have to have a victim.
Oh, I'll tell you, there's at least two people being hurt. There's the person who's poisoning himself by encouraging him to think, acting out on children, and there's also the animator.
Okay, wait a minute. We both are aching for him not to have those fantasies. I agree with you, but
you won't call it evil.
I won't call a fantasy evil.
Okay. They're turning the tomboys trans, you're right. And it's a fucking shame. Yeah, this is funny. Ben Shapiro, Nuke Iran. Laura Loomer, Nuke Iran. Dennis Prager, ooh. Like, what the fuck? The funny thing is that he's kind of right. Like, the whole reason why, CP is illegal is because children are harmed in the making of it, right? So, like, when it comes to animated, let's just say they're talking about, like, realistic stuff. And I'm not even condoning them, but I'm just saying, right? Like, no children are harmed in the making of it, right? So, ultimately, like, ultimately, it's sort of a bit different, if you think about it that way. Uo, Prager spitting facts. Of course, in the case of, like, Lolicon, it is distinct from actual pedophilic desires. But, I mean, yeah. And I'd have to look into this because, you see with other stuff, like, certain countries, like, weirdly enough, Canada has actually banned, rape porn, because they think that it can lead to, they think that even if, well, look, they banned rape porn, even, like, rape hentai in Canada is technically illegal, and it was under, the assumption that it would somehow lead to harm IRL. This was never proven, it's just something that they assumed. And the thing is that, it's been proven false in that case, because as this kind of extreme, material has become more widespread and more consumed because of the internet, the sex crime rates have actually gone down. So it actually is kind of interesting. He's weirdly enough kind of right about it. Actually, I'm like 99% sure Prager's Jewish, but what the fuck, a based boomer? Is that even possible? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know much about Dennis Prager. I'm pretty sure he's Jewish, but weirdly enough, as far as these kinds of neocons go, he's probably one of the less bad ones. It's grayer than black. I agree to the wrongness part of it if they could actually prove it as a causal link to real crime. Based Prager platform Jordan Peterson. Yeah, so. Yeah, Dennis Prager is pro-Lolicon. For this, I cannot hate him. Unfortunate. Holy shit, he actually has a good take for once. Man. Yeah, I wonder when this is even from. I guess it doesn't say. But it is interesting, though. Do they ever say they wanted to ban anime because it offends them, or do they always just make up an excuse? Or if you're talking about, like, right-wing people who want to ban anime, they basically say it's immoral. Like fan service, right, is, pornographic, right? That kind of thing. But, yeah, so. But the whole thing is that this is all just their assertions, because they can't actually, like, prove that it's really harmful. Alright, this is interesting. Nanity says, fucking N-word to black streamer Ozemi. This happened in a fat bar in Osaka, Japan. Okay. So we've got the Japanese idols, or whoever this is, screaming TND now. Culture war and purity assertion is what it seems like, yeah.
Fucking nigga!
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Yo, she had venom in her eyes there.
Chill, Nana. What the fuck are you?
Oh my god!
That is crazy, bro. Nana, no good, Nana, no bad, Nana, bad. Akuma, bitch, Akuma.
Wow. Japanese girls after meeting one black guy. Exhaustion hit extreme levels. Lamau. Shit's fucking hilarious. Ice Poseidon still finding the most unhinged characters possible. Damn, she said that with power. She did. You wish you could be as racist as some random Japanese girl. I can't blame her, though. These fucking IRL streamers are some of the worst, especially the black ones. But my god, though. Should we get an instant replay? Let's see.
No, you're gonna break it or something.
Also, Fat Bar. This is in, like, what would you call this? Like, BBW heaven or something? I want her to be my GF. This guy's talking to her like she's a retarded kid. Does he even speak Japanese? No.
Fucking nigga!
Whoa.
Yo, you know she would have said that with the hard R if she could actually pronounce it. Man, respect the country you're in, man. We need more women like her in the world. No kidding. Man. Oh yeah, this was a funny Blue Archive clip I found. I never heard of this streamer, but I guess she seems pretty based. Eru Claimy. Man, this is funny. Oh my god. Let's get that up.
This is the worst freaking clip ever! What the frick? I have sex offender exhibitionist, the biggest pervert in the world, and then I have like an actual terrorist. Don't call Hanukkah that. Oh, so you're okay with the other two descriptions? I'm not a powerful enough sensei to correct whatever is wrong in this group. This is the worst freaking...
Look, perfect description of the makeup work club, though. Shit. Man, that was funny. Oh, we're getting to the first big story. Okay, we've warmed up. It's time to talk about the EDP documentary. We'll get to that later. Where did I even have... Okay, here. So there's this guy, Mike Klum. Has he really only made 2 documentaries? I guess he made the one on Boogie. Which I think the Boogie one was basically just, like, sympathy farming for Boogie because everyone hated him. And now he's doing one on EDP. Alright, and this isn't just, like a standard, like, drama documentary kind of thing. He collaborated directly with EDP, alright, to make this documentary. And if you don't know, EDP, alright, tried to bang a 13-year-old girl. So this isn't just some random guy. Okay, he's pretty fucking bad. And as far as I can tell, EDP's also probably getting fucking money from this shit, too. Which is also insane. I watched her, she's fun. Her Sora clip is funnier, though. Wait, that was real? I started watching it and thought it was AI. He's still alive? EDP? Yeah, he is still alive. Alright? I'm not planning on watching the stream. Well, no, the documentary on stream today, because it's an hour and 30 minutes. But if the people want it, then I might make a dedicated stream to it. So there's a bunch of stuff here. Oh my god, how does Twitter even fucking work? Moist Critical responds to EDP445 putting him on his bitch list. I wouldn't be ashamed if EDP was a fan. Unironically, EDP445 has more of a personality and character than Penguinzo ever had. Documentary made me like him more, to be honest. Same, genuinely, he has so much aura. People need to forgive and forget. Guy who tried to bang a 13-year-old girl, by the way. Oh yeah, didn't EDP try to pretend it was an improv skit and not a real attempt to go to a shot? Apparently in the fucking documentary, he just doubles down. I watched the documentary, it's a ride. Yeah, I can imagine. Ooh, legendary Predator catcher Chris Hansen confronts EDP over his actions and comments about being caught trying to meet a 13-year-old girl, while also calling out Alex Rosen and other YouTubers for doing amateurish and sloppy work that he says could make cases unprosecutable. So Chris Hansen is just going fucking nuclear, and he's been saying what I've been saying for ages, that these Predator catchers are all just fucking clout chasers who don't really care about kids at all. If I belonged in prison, I'd be in Shuckles right now. I have to tell you something. Had this been me doing an investigation, your EDP445 ass would be in prison right now. For Alex Rosen, it created a lot of views and clicks and made some news in different pockets of the internet, but this case is unprosecutable. At the end of the day, it looks amateurish and sloppy. So let's watch this whole clip. All right, from the Chris Hansen. I was hoping Penguins O was on EDP 445 GOAT list because that would have been so funny. Should I drink green tea or red tea? I mean, green tea, I guess, considering the stream you're in. About to fry some sausages and get high. Hell yeah. Rich coming from Hansen. I don't know about the Hansen drama, but he actually did work directly with the police in his, To Catch a Predator series, so he was doing it all by the books. Did see a thumbnail saying the FBI are looking into EDP now, but I can't confirm. I need to watch it to know more. Yeah.
Why did you show up that
Shit.
day? Why did you go to that location? What did you think was going to happen?
I showed up to that location that day, trying to, obviously meet up with an underage girl.
Obviously.
You know what I mean?
Obviously.
And I guess you can say, trying to have sex. I don't know. I mean, whatever.
You trying to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
For the most part, yep. People have a tendency of doing this, I feel like, because they enjoy the innocence and having control of somebody.
Oh, what? He's fucking massive, bro. He's got his own gravitational pull.
Sounds like that's what you wanted to do.
Right.
Nobody
Yeah, just
your age you could have hung out with.
No.
No women your age you could date. You had to pick on a 13-year-old girl.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my God, babe, it's a playful spank. You say, when I spank you, it's supposed to be sexy, LOL. If anything, I just bend you over and kiss your ass. Yes, well, maybe, but only if you're a good girl. What are you trying to do here with this?
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Well, it sounds like you're trying to...
What the fuck? This guy is fucked. Oh my God. Considering the stream you're in, how does green tea relate to the stream, my lord? Because this is like an anime. This is an anime channel. And Japanese people drink green tea. So, yeah. He's...
sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl.
I wish they gave him a smaller chair. How would he go on this? Look, the whole thing is, this is improving EDP's reputation, I would say, because now he's going from, an actual criminal, actual monster, into like a fucking internet sideshow.
If that's what it looks like, I guess that's what it is then. I mean...
handcuff you. Throw you in the back of my car and bring you back to my...
because by turning it into a spectacle, it kind of loses, like, the seriousness of the situation, right?
My dungeon, LOL. You talk about climbing through a window. Mm-hmm. You're so hot and cute and even had me jerking off. Were you masturbating when you were talking to her?
Mm-hmm.
You sent her pictures?
Yeah.
You sent her pictures of your penis?
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Right.
This reminds me of the scene from Danganronpa, Ultra Despair Girls. Like with Haiji, and he's like, I prefer him young as possible. And then how he just literally just admits to being a pedo. That shit's fucking... that's what it fucking is! The fuck is this clip? I think he is desperate, he can't work anywhere anymore. And he does get money from this. How can he just do... so seriously, this is nuts. So fucked, bro.
It's illegal. Had Alex Rosen not botched this, you might be in prison right now.
Thank God he didn't.
Well, you could look at it two ways. Maybe prison is where you belong because of this.
If it was where I belong, I'd be in shackles right now, so...
But I have to tell you something. Mm-hmm. Had this been me doing an investigation, your EDP 445 ass would be in prison now.
Just where it began.
EDP is clearly in trouble here. What he did was wrong, and under a different set of circumstances, against the law. The fact that the decoy posing as Sophie sent the first message would make the case virtually unprosecutable in my world.
Shit.
In the world of law enforcement. The adult always has to make the first approach. Otherwise, you jeopardize the case.
That's actually true. Man, did they actually pull that shit? That's actually kind of surprising. Because if you do... because, you're not supposed to, like, set people up like that in law enforcement. Yeah, that's the thing. All these fucking predator catchers don't know what the fuck they're doing. God damn. Haichi was too fighty. Yeah. Revolution, comrades. Keeping it going. This feels like a humiliation ritual. Uh-oh, Persona mentioned.
And again, it probably was something that for Alex Rosen created a lot of views and clicks and made some news in different pockets of the internet. But the case isn't prosecutable. And at the end of the day, it looks amateurish and sloppy.
Mm-hmm. And look, exactly right. So a few people have weighed in. This is from Mizu Tamari. Apparently this guy has some like legal background, which is interesting. They don't care. They just want to feel like cool vigilantes. Yup, and get the clicks and the clout. I would say Alex Rosen is the best one, but even then he is part of the Big Nose tribe. Pretending to be a 12-year-old in order to catch Preds is immoral. Yeah. Yeah, it's about satiating sadism, really. They want to beat someone up. Who can you target with any flack? Anyway, so the EDP documentary is both one of the worst things I've ever seen and proof that everything I've ever said about the predator-catcher genre is true. It turns a predator into a sideshow with no real intention of making sure he sees justice. It focuses on insanity and crazy people / takes over genuine analytical coverage with experts. At one point, it shows how they endangered actual children to try and get at him because they're too stupid to use bait adults. These people do this solely for the attention. There are no greater motivations, no altruism behind what they do. Predators being stopped is an optional benefit if that happens, but not the main purpose of what they're doing. It's sickening. I'm glad people are finally starting to wake up to it a bit. Yeah, Chibi Reviews, easily one of the most damning and disgusting documentaries on the internet. It validates my entire claims that predator catchers are in it for clout and money. It's never about helping minors. Every single person that comes at me doesn't give a fuck about real victims because they would be channeling all their energy onto this piece of shit right here. The fact EDP was able to walk and do a victory lap in this video is horrifying. He's currently a free man walking around being able to harm people. This is not something you can just let those that screwed this up get away with. And also, we got something from Gideon. EDP probably doesn't have that much time left. You mean, like, in terms of, like, his health? I mean, he's pretty fucking fat, but, I mean, he could still live to, like, 60, 70, 80. Damn, Chibi is lighting them up. Anyway, so, we even got Gideon here. Gideon admits and shows proof he invited prolific pedophile EDP445 to his Discord full of children. Gideon is probably the most retarded predator catcher on Earth to the point he puts literal children in the firing line of actual pedophiles. Keep in mind, he did something similar when he got arrested, when he told kids to go and track down a criminal for him. EDP went from casual to ranked lolcow. Look, at this point, it's like, he's almost turning the tables, though. He is on dialysis. Most moral people are immoral. It's like how people would fight for women's rights, but in the same breath support abortion, which is the murder of fetuses, but nobody cares about fetuses, I guess. Yeah, dialysis. Hey, that's a multi-millionaire form. So let's listen to this one.
So EDP was added into my Discord server to do an interview on June 21st. And he was banned that same exact day because he never came up to actually do the interview because he wanted to get paid last minute. And even though I had 70,000 people in my live stream, I'm not going to pay a pedophile to interview him. Either he wants to interview or he doesn't. So I was not about to pay that man.
All right, my nigga. So here's the deal. We ain't doing no goddamn interview until I'm fucking compensated, my nigga. You feel me? Like, I don't give a fuck. You know? I deserve to be compensated for my motherfucking time, for my efforts. You feel me?
And also, here's the message log of all the things that he said in my Discord. And I know it's a lot of stuff. But yeah, so that's all he said in my Discord, and he was promptly banned.
Okay, did you really need to add him to your Discord server with kids in it? I mean, let me add this pedo to my Discord server with children. Like, what the fuck, bro? Just make, like, a group chat. Or actually, it's fucking Discord. You can just make a server just for the interview. I mean, surely you have, like, a private Discord server that's just for your content creation with your editors or whatever. Gideon is just a slop prank channel tuber at heart. Yeah, for a person in their mid-30s with stage 5 kidney failure, surviving another 40 to 45 years is statistically and medically almost impossible. Well, I did not know his health was that bad. In that case, yeah, he's probably pretty fucked. That is a little funny since he held out and got a way better interview. Yeah, shit. So that's all the stuff with the Gideon, no, the fucking EDP documentary. And I'm going to make this into a goal, I guess. We're not covering it today. Maybe another time. So how many, what should I do? I guess I'll do 5. I guess I'll do 5 $2. Yeah, sure, that's fine. 2 hours, and then I'll dedicate a stream to the EDP documentary. So, the goal, if we hit the goal, then I'll do the EDP documentary. Although, actually, I hate how the goal system works because it's like chats instead of total number, right? I don't know. I was thinking about doing shit. Let's see. Should be fine. I actually. Oh, whatever. I'll just do that. So I set the goal. So if the people want it, then I'll do the EDP documentary because it's an hour and a half. If we cover it, then it's gonna be at least like a 3-hour stream. And then if we like, look at other people's reactions, we're talking like maybe like 4, even 5 hours. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't get healthier. Gideon just has 2 brain cells. The other was preoccupied. These predcatcher channels are chasing clicks like Gideon. Parasites. Change my mind, I won't drink green tea. Caffeine is bad. Oh yeah, I remember how money grubbing got towards the end trying to sell cameo shoutouts and tons of videos about discounting his cameos. Streaming that only existed, the milk money, yeah. Anyways, but I guess that's it. For the I guess I'll keep it open in case I do the Gideon thing. But let's get back to the other stuff. So, and then next story. So here it is. Japanese indie game developers delayed their next game because they're having trouble getting their Steam earnings from the bank. The developer Taki Noame says their bank rejected international payments from their publisher after reviewing the money and finding that some of it was connected to adult Yuri games. They then tried using another bank to receive money only from their all-ages games, but that transfer was rejected too. They're worried the same problem could happen with future releases, and they've delayed Watamari Part 2 A Fake Marriage by 2 months. And I think that's what I got from there. But Chibi covered it too. I think this is the original. Due to urgent response to the above issue, we've spent about a month on it, but still hasn't been resolved. Yeah, Steam sales rejected by bank. Recently, in connection with the buzz around money laundering and the screening of overseas remittances, Shinsei Bank requested submission of documents, which I did submit. Shinsei Bank determined that there were sales of adult Yuri content and refused to handle it. Even after the publisher transferred sales, excluding the adult content portion via Japan Post Bank, it went through screening, document submission, refusal. I don't understand the meaning of this. Yeah, so now we're getting Japanese banks that are censoring this game developer. And I guess they're former NSFW, because now they're just trying to release a safe-for-work game that's getting rejected. And look, I'm not exactly a Yuri fan, alright? But I am against this kind of censorship, and I do defend Yuri content as a part of, broader otaku culture. I've talked about before how Yuri has basically nothing to do with LGBT at all. What's a super chat? It's just a donation. Japan needs to make their own banking system, but it probably wouldn't be international. Bro, bank restriction stuff is never good. Yeah, exactly. And look, if they're gonna start blocking safe-for-work Yuri games, then what the fuck's next, right? Always gotta love the bankers, yup. But yeah, this shit's fucking ridiculous. Total bullshit. But, we'll fucking see. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. I guess, like, what? Can they go to a different bank? Well, look, if you haven't published a game on Steam, basically, Steam only does bank transfers. So you give them your banking information, and then they just direct deposit the funds into that account. So it's really weird how their bank is just rejecting their service, though. You wouldn't really expect that. Because, I mean, Steam does even allow adult games. I mean, there's a lot of restrictions, especially because of Collective Shout. But it is a very weird situation. So I wonder if this is going to be a part of like a bigger push from, Japanese banks and, private Japanese institutions to ban this stuff. Because that's already happened before. Like, DL Site has like this super weird payment processing thing because they got banned from the main ones. There's been issues with other sites like Pixiv, I think. Yuri is made for women. Yaoi is also made for women. True men watch isekai. I mean, a lot of guys are into Yuri too. Probably a blacklist of some sort if I had to guess. Is the game censored with an external patch available like how Otaku Plan does it? I'm not sure. Let me look this up. So Watari Part 2. Let me find the VNDB. I'll do it on a separate one. Watashi Fake Marriage. I think this is the game. So I found part 1. From what I can tell, it's completely safe for work because there's no like lewd tags on VNDB. Yeah, I'll just bring it over then. Yeah, so this is the first game. And as you can see, there doesn't seem nothing lewd, no lewd screenshot. So I think it's all completely safe for work. This bank is just banning it for the fucking sake of it. Let's go part 2. And I'm pretty sure this is the game. Yeah, I mean, looks like the game. But I mean, look, exactly, no NSFW shit, so... Yeah, they're just banning safe for work games, I guess because the dev made NSFW stuff in the past, or they just have a bone to pick with Yuri specifically for some reason. Look, it doesn't really fucking matter. I mean, this is completely legal content. But yeah, it's more fun. It actually is, like, does piss me off how this kind of shit does get fucking banned, because we live in a society that is just so permissive, except when it comes to anything that's, like, actually kind of based. But I guess is there anything else to see here? Or, here it is. Let's just go to the Steam page. So yeah, it's completely safe for work, I guess. The Steam page is safe for work. From what I can tell, there's no NSFW patch. What do these payment processors have against this stuff? I don't get it. I have a few theories. Oh, there's a demo. Should we play the demo on stream sometime? From what I can tell... Look, my personal theory, is crypto viable yet, or is it still too niche and volatile? It's still too niche and volatile. Steam tried to launch crypto, actually, Bitcoin, but from what I can tell, it caused a lot of problems with there's a lot of fraudulent purchases from what I can tell. Well, look, my DL site removes so many H games, I'm forced to torrent. Yeah. Wealthy genres are made for lonely, isolated men looking for escapism. What, yaoi is made for men too? Quite the revelation. Anyways, the reason why I think this kind of censorship is happening is because of, like, the birth rate crisis and the male loneliness epidemic, as they call it. You know, basically, couples just aren't forming, alright? Because relationships have just been completely fucked by the internet, by dating apps, and especially by feminism. However, because our societies are so invested in feminism, you can't just say it's because of women, you know, even though that is the answer. So they try to come up with these, like, other reasons for it. And one of the biggest reasons they find is pornography. They're like, oh, guys just aren't getting girlfriends because they're just watching porn all day instead. Okay, completely ignoring how guys are watching porn because they can't get girlfriends. All right, ignore that one. All right, so that's where I think this anti-porn movement comes from. They're trying to get men back onto the plantation, so to speak. It's not going to work. I've mentioned this before. South Korea has in South Korea, pornography is banned, but they have the lowest birth rate in the world. Okay, so obviously the birth rate isn't low because of porn. You know. Also, from a specifically feminist angle, women just don't want men to have sexual freedom, and porn does give men sexual freedom. Visa and MasterCard are forcing the sites to ban Maimoto waifu games. Yeah, fucking bullshit. Guys shouldn't even date the kinds of girls out there. It's infinitely more depressing. That's the fucking thing, man. If you actually want to improve the birth rate, you have to fix the dating market. All right. Porn use is really just a symptom of the fucking completely destroyed relationship between men and women. All right. Anyway, so this is what we got here. What the fuck is this shit? I guess the first game has a demo too. Maybe we should play it on stream sometime. That'd be funny. Anyways, though, yeah, back to the Troon thing. We're doing a fucking topic parkour today. So here it is. Apparently, little Karibo decided to bravely come out as trans. I wonder if there were any signs of this. Let's see. 175,000 tweets, proud porn addiction, self-filleting PFP, sudden move to blue sky. This one's tough. Surely it's just how he was born. Oh, shoot. Where the hell is the original... Oh, it's down here. Yeah, corn is cope, not the cause. Exactly. I guess that makes sense. Though you get the impression from a lot of right-leaning people that porn is some evil plot to tank society and that's being pushed on people from the top down. Yep, that's the whole narrative they form around it. And look, it's just not true because, like, you know, women aren't suddenly just going to become trad-wise because people, you know, because Pornhub becomes unavailable. You know what I mean? It's just a completely ridiculous notion. It's all lobbying, political pressure, and brand protection. Need government-mandated cat girl wife in a sundress. That's the one thing that actually would fix the birth rate. They love the power and also don't want to look bad, yeah. Anyways, let's see here. What do we got? Oh my... I can't handle this shit, man. Little Countrybo ain't shit. It's only one answer, waifu bots, exactly. Anyways, I've been making changes in my personal life that I haven't spoken very publicly on, but one thing I do want to be public is that my close friends call me Bay now. Or is it Bia? I'm just gonna say, I guess it's B. And if any of you want to call me B or B, that would make me very happy. Heart! But no pressure, I won't be upset if I hear Martin. What would be your preferred pronouns? Thank you for being open even just to followers and fans. I appreciate you asking. I've asked people close to me to use she, her. Feeling cute adjacent, bro. Just fucking pack it in, bro. You will never be a woman. And aren't you... Isn't this guy like 45? Bro. Also... The resemblance is uncanny. Holy fucking shit. God damn. If you guys don't know about Little Karibo, he made Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. He's actually like an old school YouTuber. I think he's been making content since like 2008 or something. So yeah, very old school YouTuber. And yeah, he's trans. This happened with Proton John too. I think it was like a year ago. Another old school YouTuber, one of the first Let's Players on the site, also went trans. Okay, we already know about all like the fucking teenage boys getting groomed. Okay, but what about these fucking middle-aged men getting groomed? Okay? Nerds of all ages, alright, are targets of the vicious trans menace. Beanie, yeah, he's Norwooded. Imagine being fucking bald and trying to troon out. Okay, just fucking give it up, bro. It's so over, Korea bros. Why are all these old school YouTubers transitioning? It happened to the annoying orange... The annoying orange creator trooned out. Look, the whole thing that happened is that they were all nerds, okay? And I think well, look, nerds are just susceptible to trooning, okay? Because socially, they're kind of stunted. Oftentimes, they're addicted to porn. And I think a big part of it is that they're sort of malleable, like, socially. And a lot of these... And I think also... Troll's remorse has to do with it. So, like, you know, a guy like Little Karibo back in the day made a lot of edgy jokes, okay? And back in his day, that was completely acceptable, you know? Even though I'm sure even back then he was, like, left-leaning, right? But then, you know, gets older, that's now unacceptable, now he's got Troll's remorse, and now he kind of wants to make amends. And, you know, keep in mind, by the way, there's also, like, the aspect of, like, you have sort of social climbing, because look, if you're a straight white male, that is literally the lowest rung on the societal ladder, you know? However, if you decide to transition, okay, now you're trans, you're basically the highest possible spot in the social caste now, okay? So I think that's sort of a part of it, kind of subconsciously. Let's see here, dude is cooked. Troll's remorse is too powerful. Little Karibo is trans. What the fuck? Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is literally my soul. How to cope. Look. Separate the art from the artist. Hate how gaming got reduced to this. You see them being the bulwark against woke stuff. Now look at them. They're completely mind broken. I guess. Look, there's still a good amount of based gamers out there. Makes natural testosterone depletes as you age. So these middle-aged guys take it as a sign to troon out. Ooh, that actually could be a part of it. And before trans and name-only male nerd culture being invaded by the troops hasn't helped. A lot of these guys tend to be more sympathetic because they felt like outcasts as well. Look, there's a lot of layers to it. It's really unfortunate. To be honest, I have no issues with trans people. I just never expected Little Karibo to be trans. He is like a giga-based. You mean what? He made edgy jokes like 20 years ago? Big fucking deal, bro. Look, the thing with trans people is that they like to groom underage boys. All right, that's the problem I have. And they also try to force their mental illness onto everybody else, and they force you to acknowledge it. All right, and also they're just disgusting. Okay. All right, like this dude is going from like whatever random guy, okay, to total fucking freak. All right. I don't want to live in a society where you have these like degenerates just walking around like it's no big, and not only just walking around, all right, but walking around and demand you not only accept it but celebrate it. Okay, that's my problem. Take me back to before the world changed this much. Sorry, no going back. Do you want to do the EDP doc? Yeah, for sure. I definitely think it'd be cool to do a stream dedicated to it for sure. But yeah, it'd have to be a whole stream, okay? And we're talking like minimum 3 hours, probably more like 4, maybe even 5. So it's gonna be quite it's gonna be it's gonna be quite the task. But I do think it'll be a lot of fun though. Jim Sterling's tuning was particularly horrific. Oh my god, I forgot about him. That's the thing. It's like a fucking epidemic with these guys tuning out. It's really bizarre, actually. Maybe I should do a deep dive sometime. Yeah, they can't even leave your game alone. It has to revolve around them and conform to their decisions, censor criticism, make all the character monuments their egos. If they leave people alone, they wouldn't get this flack. Yeah, but they don't. The whole thing is they don't even really want to be left alone. Like, the whole LGBT movement is based around trying to, built around trying to enforce and spread their ideology effectively. I forgive Little Karibo. See the Halo composer get uninvited from an anime con because he made the alphabet soup people uncomfortable with his right wing. Oh my, give me a fucking break. He's the Halo composer. They can't even give him special privileges. Come on. Really is the guys who are channel awesome adjacent. Yeah. And before Spoonie turns out too. Fuck. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that. That's sad. We'll warm up to that story. They scream about equality, but they are after dominance. Yeah. Atlas is not joking about making an assless society. So we've talked about how the Nikkei Persona collab completely removed the ass from Makoto and the jiggle physics. This isn't even the first time Atlas has done this shit. Okay? The left here is beta footage from Metaphor ReFantasio. As you can see, Hulkenberg is fucking caked up. But then we get to the final release, fucking flat as a board back there. What the fuck happened? And this is the fucking bullshit. Atlas really is so fucking far gone that they can't even give the fucking elf girl a fucking ass. Are you kidding me, bro? It really is over. LGBT should drop the T, IMO. I mean, people have talked about that. Look, I'm not really a fan of anyone in the LGBT. It's just that the Troons are the worst. Surely the Spoonie comeback will finally be this year. Homosexuality is natural, but transgendering is artificial. Okay, well, look, it depends on how you define natural. All right. Keep in mind, homosexuality was originally considered a mental illness. What do they have against cake? I guess there's like a bunch of... I guess they're fiending for the ESG score or something. Metaphor was Persona, but very bland. Exactly. Fuck, Metaphor was actual fucking dog shit, man. Like, goddamn. He'll be done when it's done and will be released when it's done. Yeah. But yeah, that shit's brutal, bro. The performance is actually more realistic. She's wearing a skin-tight onesie. That's the thing. It does make sense. And look, there's nothing wrong with a woman having an ass. Okay? At least gay people don't usually try to convince everyone to be gay as far as I know. Well, I mean, look, that's a bit of a discussion. Don't you remember that, I forget his name, but there was like this... Whatever, that's a whole nother thing. Discussing how they removed all the cake, same situation in Nikkei. Homosexuality existed in ancient Greece, Roman Empire, Egypt, and all mammals practice it. Okay, well, mammals do a lot of things that humans shouldn't do, okay? You know, don't fucking hamsters eat their babies. I mean, get real, man. The Midwest Audit Channel just holding a sign saying trans women are men. Watching these nutcases is great. It's pretty hilarious, but it's scary how many of them there are. Yeah. And look, anyways, well, I don't know. I don't want to get into the... I don't want to get... Homosexuality harms no one, though. Well, it harms the people who participate in it. Alright? Ever heard of fecal incontinence? Alright? You know, the anus was not designed for what gays use it for, and it leads to problems. And then there's also STDs, which are rampant among gay men because they just end up being extremely promiscuous. And I mean, look, and then there's also the case for grooming. Gay people are a lot more likely to be child predators, and some people believe that homosexuality is caused by childhood abuse, which I won't make an opinion on that, but it does make a lot of sense. But I won't say if that's true or not. But look, this is a very complicated topic, okay? So maybe I'll talk about that in depth another time. Didn't Freddie Mercury die from an STD? I wouldn't be surprised. Metaphor has had almost no impact on the social zeitgeist. The only time it's brought up is when someone posts H-art of the elf girl, that the game didn't even have romance. That's the thing, alright? Which is why I say the game is such a failure. I mean, Persona 3 Reload probably sold, you know, more copies than Metaphor did, alright? There were way more memes and fan art about Persona 3 Reload, and keep in mind, it's a fucking 20-year-old game. Okay? And Metaphor was the biggest game Atlas ever made. It was supposed to be their third pillar, their next big thing. Alright, and okay, it had a very strong opening day, but after that, nothing. You know, actually, I think right now... Shit, I'm gonna look this up right now. SteamDB Metaphor. And then SteamDB Persona 3. Okay, so here we go. All right, Metaphor Re-Fantasia. Okay, 85,000 all-time peak. That's pretty good. Okay? But you see, it just completely fucking drops off a cliff. All right, and then 1,500 players right now, 2,000 24-hour peak. You go over to Persona 3 Reload. Okay, 45,000, or wait. Yeah, 45,000 all-time peak. Okay, way lower. But you have 4,000 playing right now, and 6,000 in a 24-hour peak. So this game is like 3 times more relevant than Metaphor is. And keep in mind, P3 Reload came out first. Like, yeah, it came out fucking first. Yeah, February 2024, October 2024. Alright, and then you go down to owner estimations. Yeah, more people are probably bought P3 Reload than Metaphor. And Persona 3 Reload was a game with a shorter development time, with a smaller team, and it was a remake of a 20-year-old game. And it sold more and had much more of a cultural impact than the next big thing, the biggest game Atlas ever made. Okay, I'm sure Metaphor made money, but it was definitely a disappointment. Let's see. It's dangerous lifestyle. You're going to encounter hazards most people don't have to encounter regularly. Yeah. Which Metaphor was better? When I saw who was celebrating Metaphor, I kind of guessed it was bad. Yeah, censorship makes media lose half its score. Hard to start playing games like Disgaea because of that. Anyways, yeah. It actually is kind of shocking, though, how no one plays it. And, you know, even then, the drop-off isn't nearly as bad for P3R, right? Metaphor has metaphorical quality. Yeah. Nice one. Anyways, what the fuck? How do we even start to... Oh, well, whatever. It's kind of sad seeing Atlas go down the drain after all these years. It really is brutal, because I think Atlas has made so many great games, but... Look, even I have. Look, I'm not gonna fucking bootlick for some corporation, especially since they're a fucking subsidiary of Sega. Glad Reload excluded Femc, her fans maybe hate her so much. It's so dumb. Because they couldn't have fucking included FemC in the first place, because it's just completely unfeasible from a budgetary perspective. You know, including a FemC in a game like Persona, you're talking about increasing the budget by like 25% at the absolute bare minimum. Alright, it's just it's why I hate the fucking FemC fans so fucking much, man. They're just retards. Anyways, this is funny. Okay, thinking about these sketches from an Imperial Japanese prisoner of war in the USSR at the end of the Second World War, who clearly had very funny feelings about female Soviet troops. Yeah, so here's some drawings of the female soldiers. Okay, by the Japanese POWs. Oh my god. Yeah. Look, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Yeah. Persona Reelo. Is this considered manga? I guess not, because they're not comics. What did he mean by this? Obviously he wanted the female Soviet troop to seize his means of reproduction. I don't think there's any other way to read this piece of art. Bro had snow bunny fever. Yeah. Look, can you blame the guy? Man. But I guess there's a lot of shit like this. But yeah, anyways, that's funny. I don't know, what else was there? The fuck was this? Oh, I already talked about this last time. I probably got a bunch of random shit here. Oh my god, okay. I'll talk about this in a second, but we'll talk about this first. So this is sad. Yeah, Vermilion Gold artist Yoko Umezu passed away on July 7th due to a cerebral infarction. Private funeral was held with family. The serialized manga concludes in the July issue of Shonen Gangan, released on June 12th, 2026. Yeah, so this is pretty sad. I never read the manga, but I did watch the anime, and the anime was pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, so it's pretty brutal, though. Yeah, quite unfortunate. But, you know. Yeah, I guess this is the official thing from, I guess whatever publication they did. No, not the mommy waifu, exactly. Okay, we lost the mommy waifu here. It's unfortunate. We need more mommy waifus. We need more of our males in anime. Alright, especially now. Why even go fight wars when defense is the best offense? Socialist societies of any kind are doomed to fail. Let the other continents fight their own wars. What the hell are you going on about, bro? I mean, I guess what you mean, but where did that come from? Yeah, I mean, I guess because socialism wants, like, international revolution, right? Or whatever. Only 33, damn, this fucking sucks. Yeah. Like that anime. I think High School of the Dead also stopped due to the author passing away. It does happen. Like, No Game, No Life. The author hasn't died, but he has, like, serious health issues. Watched the anime, enjoyed it, rip. Yeah. Man, 2022 is when the adaptation was. How time flies. So, published in the magazine's July 2022 issue, released on June 12th. So I guess unfortunately, I guess the series is also unfinished, which always sucks too, but, you know, is what it is, right? Why does it happen to so many artist types? Rip. The whole thing, I don't know, artists just aren't, like, standard kinds of people, right? And having, like, a serious disease, it does change your personality, you know? And I do think it changes your personality in a way that can make you a better artist, you know? Which is why you'll oftentimes see a lot of these artists with these kinds of, you know, issues. Bothers me that 2022 is just as close as 2030. Yeah, it's fucking time is flying, bro. Like, goddamn. I feel like since COVID, we've been living life in, like, fucking fast forward, bro. It's insane. Anyways, yeah, that sucks, though. Man. What else did I have? Oh, yeah. There's a new Britney Venti video. Well, I don't want to watch any videos, at least not yet, because I want to get through the rest of the backlog. Let's see here. What the fuck was this one? Oh, yeah, this is funny. Reporter, you said if you're black, go back. I want Estonia to be a white country. Have your views changed? Chad, Estonian politician. No. It's that easy not to back down. Let's see this one.
In 2013, if you're black, go back. And I want Estonia to be a white country. These were your words in 2013 on a television talk.
Wait. Would have bet money a series like that was penned and created by a man? Well, you know, actually, if you actually sort of look into it, it does feel like it was written by a woman. Just in the way, like, Vermeil is kind of characterized. But yeah, you'd think so. I think if it was written by a man, the vibe would be a lot different, but not excited to watch that woman again. Japanese female mangaka are so based. Exactly. That's the whole thing. They're just a different breed. You know, it's like with Full Metal Alchemist. That's another anime that's giga-based, and the manga was written by a woman. Anyway, let's rewind a bit.
I want Estonia to be a white country. These were your words in 2013 on a television talk show here in Tallinn. And you were roundly condemned by other politicians, including the human rights group in Parliament.
But 80% of Estonians, there was a poll in Estonia, 80% of Estonians agreed with that statement.
You haven't changed your views, have you?
No,
no. Exactly. And as the human rights group in Parliament pointed out at the time, a call to treat dark-skinned people differently from others is unambiguously racist. That was their view.
What is racist in Europe nowadays is the replacement of indigenous people. That is pure racism, and we don't have to agree to that.
Now that's gigabase, and keep in mind, this is something that the Baltics have dealt with before. Like, I'm not sure in Estonia's case, but I think Lithuania and Latvia had a bunch of Russian immigration when they were a part of the Soviet Union. But I mean, look, that's the whole thing. You know, there's no reason why you shouldn't want your country to be made up of, you know, people from that country. That's kind of the whole, like, reason why you have countries in the first place. Precisely. Holy shit, I didn't think Estonia had it in them. Look, the Baltics are just built different, I guess. Like, we watched a few streams ago the video where apparently some Latvians beat up some Mexican missionaries. Dropped a brutal truth. Exactly. Alright. And look, keep in mind, by the way, you can't fucking say the Estonians are like colonial bastards. These are the guys who were, you know, ruled by and oppressed by the Russian Empire, and then, you know, it got even worse when they were a part of the Soviet Union. Okay? If anyone has the right to, you know, self-determination as a people, it should be the fucking Estonians. I think the Ottomans messed with the demographics of Eastern Europe during the Empire. They experienced this as well as communism, so they are more resilient against them. I mean, the Ottomans, like, mass-imported Slavic slaves, right? Yeah. Or I guess you just mean the Balkans, because, I mean, the Ottomans never went up to Eastern Europe. Or, I think they had parts of Ukraine. I guess that counts, but life would be better if everywhere is worth living instead people having to go to some other random country. Look, yes, but it's just completely infeasible to make the entire world first world. You know, because... Alright, for reasons, let's say. Alright. And also, it's actually kind of interesting, because, you know, we sort of have this society that sort of venerates democracy, right? Alright? And this guy's all like, you're a racist because you want Estonia to be Estonian. Alright? And then the Estonian politician's like, look, 80% of Estonians agree with me. Alright, so, but apparently, democracy doesn't matter if it's about, you know, pushing the liberal New World Order, apparently. Say it. I guess they had Bulgaria. Bulgaria is not Eastern Europe. Come on. The woke should be called the anti-woke, because when they awoke, they picked the worst possible choice. Yeah. My god, though. Let's see. Oh, fuck. Okay, this better not be too bad.
Hi!
This was on YouTube, I think, so... This is explaining the topic of female gooning from Amy Bissot. Or should we do that now? I'm going to do some of the other political stuff first, okay? So this is from some Israeli guy, okay? I don't even know who this fucking guy is. Who cares? For every tear of an Israeli mother, 1,000 Lebanese mothers must weep. All of Lebanon must burn. With all due respect to the Americans, Israel must make it clear to the entire world that the blood of our sons and the security of our citizens are not forfeit. All of Lebanon must burn. Our supreme duty is to protect the citizens of Israel and the soldiers of the IDF. And this commitment takes precedence over every other consideration. I told the Prime Minister, even in our private meetings, for every tear of an Israeli mother, 1,000 Lebanese mothers must weep. Enough with the ping pong. In the Middle East, you don't win with measured responses and restraint. You need to go berserk, to obliterate, to crush the terror. Holy fucking shit. You know, it's kind of funny, okay? Everything that Jews have ever said about Hitler was just all projection. Okay? Man, this is funny. When you click translate on a Hebrew tweet. Fuck.
Making the world a better place.
You know, I actually think killing
people is making the world a better place.
I think he wants to kill us.
Oh, no, God, no. Not you, per se, you know, but just people.
In general, yeah, no, I want to kill them. All of them. You know, most of them. Whatever. Look.
Don't worry. Once it gets rolling, things will be happening really quickly. Just
boom, 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 boom. Trust me, you'll be fine.
It'll be fine. You know, I actually think...
Yeah. That's funny. Watch that video, it's nothing special. Holy shit, lol. Yeah, so here we are. It's so ridiculous in retrospect because the Jews were always like, mean old Hitler, he wanted to kill us all because we were all just we're just all a bunch of poor innocent babies. We'd never even hurt a fly. And then they get their own country into like total Arab death. We need to kill every single Palestinian, every single Lebanese, every single Arab. They all need to fucking die right now. Like, holy shit, bro. You know, Hitler at least had a little more tact. You know, even in, okay, all the propaganda, Hitler's got more tact than this. What movie is that from? I have no fucking clue. Looks like some... But yeah, holy shit, though. Yeah, literally just modern Israel is everything that the Jews said that Nazi Germany was. Those are the booms of a B2 spirit. Man. Oh my god, this is funny. Reminder that even though leftists today claim Bayonet is woke and leftist, even though they originally called it misogynistic objectification back in 2014, that Helena Taylor, Bayonet's original voice actress, is a Trump supporter. This is funny. What the hell? Also, nice one there. Oh my god, I saw this. After looting food banks in Canada, Indians are now teaching others how to loot food banks in Japan. Why do they think this is okay? This is literally what they're fucking doing, by the way. Alright? They loot... Okay, because you see this in Canada, you see this basically everywhere. Wherever there's a fucking handout, there's gonna be a fucking Indian immigrant there. And not only is there gonna be fucking Indian immigrants there, but there's gonna be Indian immigrants going on fucking YouTube and making fucking how-to tutorials on how to take all the fucking free shit. It's fucking bullshit. These people are so fucking exhausted, and it honestly pisses me off even more. You know, I was looking into getting, I guess I won't talk about it, but god damn it. I mean, we are surprised it's unironically their culture is scam. Yeah, that's the thing, Izad or whatever. It's actually really funny, not in a good way. But yeah, now they're in Japan, okay? Trying to take all the free... This is the whole fucking thing. None of them actually give a fuck about the country they live in, okay? They don't care. They don't want to be productive. They don't want to assimilate. They just want to exploit the country, okay? They want to take as much as they can. That's all there is to it. Man, we really are living in a low-trust society. I kecked. Tell us, man. Anyways, we actually do need total... I know I just made fun of some Jewish guy for being genocidal, but sometimes I would never, ever, ever in my life condone ethnic cleansing, okay? It's just totally disgusting under all circumstances, but all I'm saying is that if Indians just disappeared, like every single Indian on Earth just disappeared, okay, they just got Thanos snapped out of existence, we'd all be better off, okay? Every single person on Earth would benefit. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Japan, please, please, please don't follow the West, yeah. To be honest, I think Japan should get a small dose of fatigue so they can inoculate themselves. You know, apparently they already had enough, okay? All it took was some random Japanese girl seeing one black guy to drop the fucking hard R on him. They probably won't even eat it. They just take it to take. Yeah. Oh my god. And then they go to, like, the fucking food bank, and then they're like, you're trying to give me fucking beef? How dare you? Live in a low-trust society where you can't trust... Oh, wait, what the fuck are you posting, bro? Total Bugman Death Saw, I don't feel too good. Saw, I don't feel too good. I can't do an Indian voice. I feel like a lot of people feel that way about India. Look, nobody likes Indians, okay? And I've said this before, Indians as a race have absolutely no redeeming qualities, okay? You know, whatever. The Arabs, okay, they might be all inbred, but, you know, at least they're, like, kind of pious, and they're hardcore about the religion. It's kind of respectable. Okay, black people, they might have very low IQs, but, you know, they can be funny. You know, they've made some good music. Okay, what have Indians ever done? Like, seriously. You know? Basically nothing. Alright, and the accomplishments that Indians do have, it's from, like, 2,000 fucking years ago. Or it's stuff that the Indians didn't even do, like the Taj Mahal. That wasn't even fucking built by Indians, it was built by Muslims. Man, we're past this small dose. Imagine going to Japan and you see that actually said, yeah, it's brutal. Look, when I went to Japan, you already started seeing a lot of immigrants. It was rough. When I saw that poop-throwing video documentary become the laughingstock of the world. Like, geez. Anyways, and look, this is the real problem, okay? People are always saying that whites are genocidal maniacs, okay? If that was true, then how come Indians still exist? Alright? I mean, come on. Alright, how long were the Brits in India? Wasn't it like 150 years or something? Maybe even a little longer? Okay, all that time. Alright, and they never genocided. I mean, they never, they never colonized India the way, say, America colonized the Americas, or North America, I guess. Look, it could have been done, maybe, right? Do they have any racial buffs or good stat allocation? Indians, they have nothing. Like, genuinely name... The only actual advantage they have is that they are basically like the perfect slave race, except they're not even really the perfect slave race because they're very nepotistic, and they really only... But they are like the greatest ass kissers of all time, okay? Until they get their power, okay, then they completely stab you in the back, alright? So they're not even really good slaves, and they're also very nepotistic, so they can consolidate power fairly well. They had to keep them around for the spices. This is the whole thing with the British Empire, okay? They were just too greedy, alright? Gollum maxing. Alright, I'm surprised Jews didn't, like, create Indians in a lab, okay? To be the perfect golems, alright? I'm shocked. Shit. Oh my god, yeah, here's more brilliant Indian culture down here, apparently. Oh man, this was good. Men wield chaos to create order, while women wield order to create chaos. Truer words have never been spoken. It's funny, because this was in response to a fucking Mr. Beast challenge. 1,000 players simulate civilization, boys versus girls. Women spent their time building cities, practicing PvP, and trying to do diplomacy. Men spent their time starting 15 civil wars and building a casino. The men win. Well, I mean, look, women basically just played pretend the whole time, but men actually got experience through the civil wars. They weeded out the weak, okay? And they built an actual infrastructure that people really wanted, a proper business, okay? Man. But still, that is funny. There's some other Mr. Beast thing I was going to talk about. Oh, wait, this guy is talking about Halo. It's really sad to see what they've done. Should we talk about Halo? I'm not even a Halo fan. I'm not really qualified for this.
Dead, and women and faggots killed it.
Okay, I guess we will watch it.
Look at this picture. This is the original development team that made the first 5 Halo games. The unequivocal pioneers of not just the first-person shooter, but video games as we know it. Now look at this picture. You know what you see?
Holy shit, it's like all fucking woman! Oh my god. Okay, it's no fucking wonder Halo is dog shit. It's not. Is there even a single guy in that picture? Oh my god. I guess calling it Galo now is redundant. Fuck, man.
You see,
that's right. It has been brutal liking Halo. How are there even still Halo fans? The last good game was fucking Reach. Speaking fact on what Halo has become. Halo's been bad longer than it's been good at this point. Why do people still care about it? And nostalgia, I guess. Don't believe they even like the video games. Not a single one. They don't.
The women in the it's the
Okay, these women played like The Last of Us and think they're gamers.
Ruined it. They took a deep,
or no, even worse, they watch The Last of Us TV show and think they're gamers.
Dedicated, lore-rich story about religion, sacrifice, military might, and humanity's survival, and they twisted it into a canvas for their colonizer progressivism solely because it had a large fan base. Master Chief's name being John 117 is taken directly from the Bible. One of the original writers admitted that the Covenant's radical religious dogma was supposed to be a direct parallel to Islam.
Whoa. I never knew Halo was this based. Should I play the Halo games sometime? Holy shit.
The Master Chief John 117 was supposed to be humanity's super soldier to save them from the religious fanatic alien colonizers. What do the women in the beta cucks do as soon as they get control of it? They scrap all the lore, turn Master Chief into a cuck for Cortana, and make him a morally gray anti-hero that's not objectively the good guy anymore.
Bro, it's nostalgia, at least for the older gamers, older games. Watch one TikTok anime edit and become ultra weeb. Halo 4 Cortana was her best design. It's funny, EDP doc exposed a lot of people. Shitlom mentioned, yes, you would love Halo 2. I'll look into it then. I don't know, can you I don't know, I guess are there PC ports? Playing the original at least is required. Halo games are fun, I recommend. Yes, Halo 2 is peak. I'll look into it. I think there's PC ports, so.
Replace all the Marines with women, drop a mediocre, half-baked story of Halo Infinite that doesn't make any sense because you have to read 3 books to piece a story together.
You know, I heard about that shit. Why the fuck do you make a console game which requires you read fucking books to know what's happening? Like, what the hell? It's on the MCC on Steam. I think that's the Master Chief Collection. Okay, I'll check it out. Emulating it is really easy and what I personally recommend. Alright. Most recent Cortana design I saw looks like Germa. Fuck.
Villainize the UNSC, which is a direct parallel to the United States military. Add effectively 0 new content for the multiplayer of Halo Infinite outside of a couple of game modes. Make all the skins gay, put cat ears on Spartan helmets, and then have Stop Asian Hate and Black History Month skins. Beta cuck homosexuals and women destroy everything that they touch. They hate religion, so they scrap it out the lore. They hate America and the military. Since Halo represents that, they have to reframe them as not just morally gray, but borderline the villains. Progressives hijack masculine media because they hate everything that's not self-referential of their worldview that is otherwise unanimously rejected. They then talk down to you through characters that you previously liked because you'd never listen otherwise. They are purebred narcissists that preach
Bro's going off.
Tolerance as a cover, while they purge any diversity of thought contrary to their own. They flock from IP to IP like locusts, destroy everything that made it great to begin with, hollow it out from the inside, then call you a tourist for realizing what you once loved has changed as they wear your childhood like a skin suit. Evil cannot create, it can only destroy. This is why they are so sympathetic to Muslim colonizers, because they themselves are colonizers just in different ways. Gatekeep, gatekeep, gatekeep. Chuds are the indigenous gamers. Gatekeep anime. Chuds are the indigenous weebs. Because the last thing that I'm gonna do is get talked down to by gay men and retarded women.
Bro, truer words have never been fucking spoken, my god. It's like 50 plus books for Halo. 343 just keeps making them for some reason. Yeah, I've heard there's a shit ton of books. Okay, I don't mind there being a billion Halo books. Alright, I think it's cool for the people who like those, but you shouldn't have fucking required reading for a fucking first-person shooter. Alright, it's like, oh, you gotta go read this Halo book to understand. It's so dumb. They hate religion. Facts, exactly what happened to Blizzard. Women and geese hijacked it. Preach. Yeah, so this guy's like giga-based. Like, my god. Who reads? Well, I do, but... Look, most people don't, especially the kind of people who are probably going to be into an FPS. I saw this one, too. Yeah, Kodaji Temple in Kyoto went up in flames 3 days ago. This temple dates back to 1606. As always, many people are wondering who did this, and people on Japanese social media are demanding that more cameras be installed around these places. So, yeah, a temple's burning down, and apparently there's been a lot of these incidents. Not just anyone, but when it's 400 years old. Alright. Well, yeah, here's some excuses. A foreigner didn't do this. It was a disgruntled Japanese monk or some Japanese that probably did it. Very hot weather. Japanese temples and shrines are wooden, thus more prone to fire. There's no evidence a foreigner did this. My ass, yeah. That's the whole fucking thing. Oh, Japan gets a massive influx of Muslim migrants. Okay, and then for some reason, all these temples just start going up in flames. Oh, it can't be the Muslims, okay? Muslims are famously known, okay, for being tolerant of other religions. Give me a break. It 100% was. Look, all right? Because, look, the whole thing is that this isn't even, like, an isolated incident. There's been other cases of these temples and shrines being lit up, all right? So, I mean, look, I bet that a Muslim did this. And even if a Muslim didn't, then look. They're definitely doing a lot of the other ones, too, right? Was there foul play reported? I don't know. From what I can tell, maybe. I don't know. Another thing is that the Japanese police are kind of incompetent because they don't really get that much crime. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if there's orders from the top, let's say, to maybe cover up certain things. You know, because keep in mind, Japan wants the mass migration, but the people are not receptive to it. You know, of course they aren't. So, if things like this became too big, then, you know, that entire plan could get compromised. And I'm not saying that this is for sure what's happening and that it's a conspiracy. I'm just speculating, you know. Man, yeah, this is what they burned down, apparently. Oh my god. Okay, apparently the temple itself survived, according to this guy at least. Or, I guess it was partially on fire, and then they lost, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, though, but that's the thing. Why is every country sweeping for them, for the migrants? Look, it's pushed by... Look, basically, they want to, you know, effectively damage the native populations, okay? They want a population that is, you know, more, that's easier to control, that'll accept lower wages, and that's another thing. They also just want to pay people less money, right? These big companies. At least the Japanese are so traditional, they might be able to actually rebuild it. The cathedrals that burned down in Europe are totally fucking gone forever, yeah. I don't know. The thing is that a lot of this stuff has been, like, reconstructed, though. So they definitely can do it. It's a nice-looking temple. It's a very beautiful temple. A shame we can't keep nice things either way. Terrorist attacks in Japan? Bizarre. Well, look, import terrorists, get terrorist attacks. Is it easier to control people who with more crime, though? The thing is that they kind of want the crime, because the crime doesn't actually affect the ruling class. It really only hurts the lower class. And the thing is that a society with more crime, it makes things more unstable. So it means people are actually more, you know, dependent on, say, law enforcement, even if it's useless, more dependent on, say, you know, even like their jobs, right? And even like more dependent on the government. That's the whole thing. Ultimately, the crime actually is really a feature rather than a bug. Robot dog overloads deem it so. Boomers went much cheap labor even if you're the most evil person that can ever exist with a trillion skeletons under your boot. You're virtually immortal if you work for pennies a day. It's so fucking psycho with these boomers, because you'll have these MAGA boomers, okay, who are like, make America great again. All right, but then they're like, oh no, you can't deport my illegal immigrant farmhands. I need them. I need them for the cheap labor. Oh, what? Hire Americans? They're too expensive. Nobody wants to work anymore. I'll only pay them fucking $2 a day. I've seen people loot way more local stores than a Walmart or Target. Like how the Patriot Act was justified by the terrorism, now they can spy on you, yeah. Exactly, you know, having a high crime rate justifies giving the government more control, you know? Anytime crime does touch the upper class, it's shut down in record time. And look, the whole thing is these billionaires can literally fucking afford mercenaries to follow them around 24/7, you know? It's really none of their concern if the cities are turned into fucking third world shitholes. Bookstores never get looted, though. Yup, never. You know, and for some reason, they never take the sunscreen either. Very strange. Oh my fucking god. We're jumping around fucking so much. Maybe we should do some other stuff first. Let's do more political stuff, and then we'll circle back to Girlfailure Art Club. Okay, so this is apparently the Icelandic Rabbi. Okay, so everyone knows Iceland, alright? It's almost like a mythical land. Okay, beautiful. Alright, it's all white Viking descendants. Okay, very high standard of living, and now we have this Icelandic rabbi, and what's he gonna say?
So Passover in Iceland sometimes comes with some beautiful snow. And we just had 3 beautiful days of Passover, including 2 gorgeous Seders. And one of the things we talked about at the Seders was how the Torah talks about 4 children who show up to the Seder.
Okay, let's hear about it. We've got lightning round stream today. This stream is mostly just to fucking take out all the topics on my backlog. But yeah, we're going through this stuff.
There's the wise one, the wicked one, the simple one, and the one who does not know how to ask. And the message of the Seder and the message of the Haggadah is that everyone is invited. Everyone is welcome. Everyone has a seat at the Seder table. And the Rebbe teaches that there is also a 5th child who's not mentioned here.
Oh my god, everyone's... My cortisol is spiking for some reason, yeah.
That is the person who does not even show up to the Seder. And it's our job, all of us, to reach out to that person, to make sure that they know that they are welcome and that they are invited and that they have a seat at the Seder table so that they could enjoy and experience our beautiful heritage and the holiday of freedom.
All right. And this is the same rabbi, by the way, okay? All right. Last European capital without a rabbi gets one. Okay, literally 6 days later, Iceland must do more for refugees. All right. So basically, this dude just wants fucking open borders for Iceland. He wants infinity Indians into Iceland, which, by the way, only has a population of like 300,000 or something, okay? Iceland is very small population-wise, all right? But nah, he wants to ruin all that, ruin their culture and their heritage, all right? And the land itself, okay? Because Iceland needs 10 Gorillion Indians for some reason, because the Torah said so, apparently. Fucking hell. Yeah, goddamn. Oh yeah, this is... Man, talk about Europe again. Vosh announces he's moving to the Netherlands. Me leaving American right now, it's not directly because of the general decline of the country. The answer is simple, it's love. When I met my beautiful partner some years back, I knew they were... And believe it or not, still aren't an immigrant leaving at the end of the month, give or take. Perfectly good pooping streets in Iceland. Okay, look, Indians won't stop until they shit on every street in the world. Okay? Do Browns actually move to cold places? Yes. Look at all the fucking Indians in Canada. Iceland is so beautiful too, yeah. Goblin short stack, man. So, should we watch the whole Vosh clip?
I struggled for a while for forgive my hair. I just came out of the shower. I struggled for a while on how to, announce this, because I think that for like 90.
Actually, I don't want to fucking listen to this guy. Why is everyone saying partner now? Look, it's kind of like because they're woke, but I think a reason why is that you have all like these common law marriages, like a boyfriend and a girlfriend living together. So you have people who are kind of in like this weird gray area where they're more serious, because, boyfriend, girlfriend, I have no issue with using those terms, but they kind of have like sort of childish connotations, right? So you have these people who say partner because it sounds more serious than boyfriend or girlfriend, but they're not technically married, right? I want this guy gone. Anyways, these liberals, they always fucking move to like white countries, okay? I mean, I swear to fucking God. This is so, it's like with fucking Californians again. Jesus. Or worse, SO, yeah.
A heavily armed man was...
Oh, yeah. Apparently someone tried to assassinate Trump again.
Another Fox News alert. A heavily armed man was arrested outside Trump National Golf Course in California ahead of the president's visit.
Everyone talks in HR speak now, yeah.
Senior national correspondent Kevin Cork has the details. Kevin.
Evening, Jesse. An armed man said to be monitoring security planning activities arrested on Sunday with a cache of weapons and body armor. This is all happening outside of Trump National Golf Course just a couple of days before the president's visit to the course in California. 38
Which assassination attempt? It's like the 4th or 5th, man. Everyone talks in HR speak, yeah.
Janine John Taylor from Downey, California, taken into custody in Ranchos Palos Verdes by plainclothes FBI agents after they spotted his suspicious activity. Now, agents observed Taylor walking through the golf course grounds, taking photos and videos, appearing to monitor security planning activities. They also found him with an illegally modified AR platform rifle, a couple of radio signal devices, a 1911 body armor, high-capacity mags, hollow point ammo, and multiple notebooks.
Bro, is this guy planning on fucking taking over the golf course? Jeez. Yeah, typical. It's like how the Clintons lived in what the fuck do you pronounce that? Chappaqua, New York, whitest place in the country, but they will get on the podium and tell you how great it is to have diversity. Yep. Damn, this is news to me. It kind of blends in with the others, yeah.
Containing, quote, concerning statements. Taylor's vehicle was also searched, and deputies say they recovered a loaded pistol with a chambered round in the car, along with...
Man, this guy was armed to take over the White House. Fuck, yeah.
More ammunition. Now, Taylor also had a prior run-in with law enforcement, a robbery charge out of El Segundo. As you know, the president is in Southern California to headline an RNC fundraising dinner. This would be yet another disturbing activity that could have potentially been a plot to assassinate the president. We've seen this, unfortunately, all too many times, Jesse.
And look, something's gonna happen eventually, okay? Like, I don't know, we'll see if there's a civil war or a revolution or a collapse or whatever the fuck, but the whole thing is that, people are getting crazier and they're getting more and more desperate, okay? And eventually it's gonna go beyond just random lone actors. Like, look, if a civil war happens, I genuinely think it's gonna be started by some of these psycho leftists. It really wouldn't take that much work for, say, you really wouldn't need that many people to get together to do some real damage to, like, the American state. It's no coincidence that all these assassins get closer than assassins having multiple presidencies. Nothing ever happens. We'll see. People are too eager to kill anyone they don't like. Well, I mean, look, exactly. And, that's the thing. But, I mean, look, we'll see. We'll see what happens eventually. Oh, yeah, here it was. Vosh is leaving the U.S., but he's going to some brown socialist country like Vietnam. Nope, Netherlands, which is 78% white. Man, the Netherlands is only 78% white these days. It's so fucking over, bros. Oh, yeah. Mr. Beast contendants are under fire for destroying a multi-million-dollar mansion they were competing to win after only a few days inside.
After day 7 or 10, we all going off the walls.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm kicking doors down. Stools are going flying. Like,
so you're kicking doors down like day 10?
Okay, I'm kicking doors down day 2.
Oh, bruh.
Bro, he did not just do that. Holy crap! Yo,
Vosh or 10,000 Indians? Okay, look. Obviously Vosh. 10,000 Indians are pretty fucking bad, man. Always the case, it's always the Netherlands or Poland. And I mean, look, look, Vosh should just be arrested anyway, okay, for the crime of just being insufferably gay. What are they, animals? Not far off.
That was your room, bro. How do you feel? Hey, you know what? Watch out, watch out, watch out. This is a Mr. Beast challenge. We can do whatever.
Nah, you want to start something, then I'm going to finish it.
Yo, wait, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Wait, let's talk.
Nah. There's no more talking.
Oh, no! Oh, no! No, wait, chill.
Bro, Vosh also lives in an upper class part of California, right? Well, of course. Probably fucking Beverly Hills or some shit. This video almost made me throw up. Fish tank looks different.
Enjoy your mattress.
Yo, chill!
You started this. You want to play games? Let's play games.
everything in my body is telling me to step in.
See, now, the mansion is your white country. All right, and these engineers and these are engineers and doctors once they arrive. This is what YouTube has become. Honestly, Mr. Beast is kind of based for publishing this. All right, even though Mr. Beast is a fucking cringe libtard most of the time. Isn't the guy in the orange the same one from earlier with the Japanese woman? Is it? I mean, I don't think so.
Stop this. But they did say my videos were too easy, so I have to let it keep going.
Chase didn't know who messed up his room. Well, I'll just show you what happened next.
Holy shit! They're just trashing the whole fucking place for the sake of it.
But he didn't stop there.
They're just carpenters renovating the mansion, you bigot. That's a good one.
The ranch? I swear somebody stopped me. I swear to God.
Can we just chill?
And the white guys are here just trying to chill, okay? But the fucking melanoids won't have it.
You thought that door was gonna stop me? Yo, that's cute.
And just pouring ranch everywhere for no fucking reason.
Chill.
He is pouring ranch on the carpet. That is freaking gross.
Are you serious right now? Bro, Chase, chill out.
No, don't touch me.
You just gotta calm down just a little bit.
Can we just chill? The fatigue on his face is like a mask. Oh, this is beyond fucking fatigue, man. Shit, white boy. Oh my god.
Boundaries crossed, bro. Chase.
Look. Okay, the fucking our white ancestors, or at least my white ancestors, okay, had the patience of saints.
Didn't take well to my
Conte's literal bread and circus for the poors. YNs are some of the most insufferable people on the planet, honestly. Let them fight. He thinks he's a superhero fighting against something. No one is after you, man. You're not a fighter.
Seeing the damage in person completely blew my mind.
Is this a door?
And that's when I realized
These might be the most deranged contestants we've ever had.
they covered their stairs in barbecue sauce.
This is where you're sleeping?
Barely fits the bed in there.
Oh, there is no bed.
Got thrown off the balcony, Jimmy.
Your bed got thrown off the balcony?
Thrown off the bed? There is no bed.
Surely.
But in the next couple of days, there was a mayhem in the mansion.
Who goes to a mansion and their first thought is to destroy it? If you're a doctor and an engineer, it's the first thought on your mind.
We're gonna try to see how many books we can get onto the basketball court. Oh my God! Cleaning this kitchen took hours.
Literally all over the floor.
There's too many people here that love the gym too much. If we want them out, we have to get it out.
Gym equipment is all cooked. Look at that weight rack.
Windows broken down.
I think the worst thing a white guy has done so far is throw a book out the window, by the way. Okay, whatever. I guess he had white guys throwing the fucking bed off the... But, you know, Come on, let's just be fucking real
I don't
here.
know how much more I can take of this.
This house is beautiful, and they're just tearing it to shreds.
All he's doing is devaluing the mansion that he's competing for.
Oh my god, Windows are so fucking expensive to install. Yeah.
Action.
I'm gonna make it! Honor everybody up!
Wait, hold on. What about the other one?
Holy fucking shit. This is actually... Oh my god, this is like fucking Nazi propaganda. But the thing is that it's fucking real. These are real fucking people. Like, oh my god. The KKK would kill for this fucking footage if they, you know, were still an entity. Like, my god. Okay, what happens when you leave, okay, a bunch of black guys alone in a multi-million-dollar mansion? Oh, they just immediately start trashing the whole fucking place just cuz. Man, they know they're being recorded and feel no shame. They don't have any shame. Want to add Half-Life sound effects to this? I'm with the science team, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Look, someone asked earlier, why can't everywhere in the world just be nice? This is why, okay? Because people... Okay, because people... There's different peoples, okay, who, you know, evolved in different environments, and thus have different behaviors, because behavior is genetic. Alright? Like, Jesus. They're just... Fuck. They just lost their funding from SPLC, yeah. Pure... My god. There are videos of bears entering convenience stores and taking things off the shelves with more care and less destruction than this. They just bite a candy bar and leave. Look, that's the thing. You know, like, maybe I'm overstepping a little bit, okay? You know, people have called, you know, black people animals, okay? I would never, ever, ever make such a disgustingly racist remark, okay? But I mean, honestly, animals in certain cases are shown to act much more civilized. Don't think about it, Chuddy. 67 IQ is crazy. Well, look, I mean, it makes sense, okay? Because Mr. Beast has totally never done things like destroy a Lamborghini to a hydraulic press and detonation, drive a passenger train to a brick wall, and leveled a house with meteors. Look, I mean, it's a little different. Look, it's a little different because in Mr. Beast's case, it's done purely for the content. You know, in this case, they're not only doing it just for their pure own satisfaction, but it's also just to fuck over other people just cuz. And, you know, keep in mind, by the way, this is self-destructive, because if the goal is to win the mansion, then by completely trashing it, you're lowering the value of the mansion. You're taking money away from yourself. He said the numbers in order. Well, both types of people were either taking part in the destruction or against it. And that's another thing, okay? Like, you know, because you see, like, a lot of the white guys are just like, oh, come on. We really gotta do this shit, come on. And, you know, this isn't even really what, like, Mr. Beast challenges are supposed to be about. Oh, yeah, this was funny, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, so apparently we've got feminists complaining about this character design from this in development game called Knight's Path. This is apparently too sexualized. Let's see. I think they said something here. Anyways, why not just have pretty ladies without their breasts being out, though? We all went fairly mental for the reveal of the love interest without that. Not everything needs to be erotic. Anyway, I'm still gonna buy it. Just hate everything being porny. So this is porny, by the way. All she has is some cleavage, man. Come on. Like, give me a break. Is it really that big of a fucking deal? Oh, thank you for the $10, Kira supporter. Much appreciated. Anyways, yeah. But yeah, anyways, yeah, there's this whole diatribe there. But look, it's not even that ridiculous. And I mean, like, come on. It's fucking psycho, man. What the fuck else was there? This is a funny trans meme I saw. Let's see. Tam say you should split all that up for the goal. The goal is, well, works a little different now, but he could have, but, I don't know. If I get, I guess if I get, like $30 or something, then I'll just do it anyway. Like, if someone donated, like, $20, then I would just say the goal's met. Like, I would prefer if the goals were, like, a dollar value, but just YouTube has a dumb system. Erotic, I think words have lost their meaning in 2026. She looks like a regular girl at Ren Fair. I mean, that's the thing. There's nothing really that bad with it. It's just some cleavage. Anyways, thank you, Buckley, for the $2. Much appreciated. Do you have a Discord server? Seem like a chill guy. I don't. I plan to eventually have a members-only Discord. Well, I plan to eventually have a members-only Discord alternative server. Because Discord is going to be requiring a mandatory ID soon, which I'm really against, so I'm kind of waiting for, like, a proper alternative to crop up before I make something. But yeah, it will happen eventually, or should happen eventually. Doesn't have to count towards the goal, I just find this content hilarious and wanted you to have it. Well, thank you very much, Kira supporter. Much appreciated. Yeah, the ID crap is crazy. Anyways, what the fuck did I even have? Oh my god. What the fuck was this? Oh yeah, I've reacted to that. There's a bunch of other videos like this. Maybe some other time. Maybe some other time. Shit. Oh yeah, Brown does too. I forgot about this. Based on Google's review standards and operational policies, we have changed the default title screen for the iOS version and Google Play PC version to the title screen from 3 years ago, White Reaper. Yeah, so basically, Brown Dust 2, which their old title screen looked like this. Okay, like, completely giga-based. They got strong-armed into censoring it, so now we got this. And this is probably going to be the first domino to fall in this game getting censored, which it's unfortunate. I really haven't played this game. I played, like, the intro a little bit. But, yeah. And look, you're seeing, and you're seeing this with a lot of shit. It's brutal these days here. Can't have fucking shit in 2026. The world's run by fucking Karens, bro. Is there a promising Discord alternative? I heard some people mention Stout. I don't know. I know Gilded was around, but it's like, who the fuck uses Gilded, you know? Man, are they dead yet? Discord? Nope. Only ever heard from Brown Dust 2 when they're censoring something. Very unfortunate. Wait and see. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, it really sucks. Apparently the game's South Korean. Or I think the game's South Korean. Which, why the fuck would you make a game like this in South Korea? Okay, just pack up your bags and... Why do they fear attractive women? Look, it's because the world is just gynocentric, okay? And the whole thing is that women see sexy anime girls and just sexy girls in general, even fictional ones, as competition, okay? So... if guys are, say, looking at these fictional women, then they aren't looking at the real women, and the real women have a problem with that, because women want all the attention and they want all the simps. I tried Gilded, they merged with Roblox accounts or something, so it's a massive... What? Okay, well, look, I'll look into something. I want something reliable and fairly widely used. Ideally without too much, censorship, right? Who wants to live in a cakeless world, yeah. Envy... They won't let me have anything. It's brutal. Chuds are the most oppressed people. Women don't even like any of the guys that would play gotcha. It doesn't matter. Okay, they still want the attention, and they still want those guys to be... They still want to, to potentially marry those guys and have them be oofy doofies one day, maybe. Anyways, yeah, it was Pirate Nation covering that. What else do we have? Oh, yeah, Crunchyroll removed a bunch of other shows. They keep removing shit. Fucking bullshit. More reason to hate Crunchyroll. It's kind of the problem if you want no censorship. It has to be inconvenient. I mean, I guess. But, I mean, Discord was just pretty rough. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know, I guess it depends, but like I said, we'll see. I'm waiting to see, like, what alternatives crop up before I make something. What's crazy to me is that women can vote on things that affect men, look at games they play, love in deep space. I don't know if I sound crazy, but it's the truth. Look, it's yeah, it is bullshit. Plan P, you say. Grimgar and Rocco were Kino, but nobody watched them. Oofy Doofy is the worst form of existence, a slur. Yeah, exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, thank you for the $2, Buckley. Oh, wait, did I just remove that? Oh, yeah. I was gonna cover this sometime, why I hate living in Norway. She hates Norway because not enough foreign food, not enough diversity, hard to be vegan, is dark and snows a lot, Uber can be 15 minutes late, sheep in rural areas, so she hates Norway because it's Norway. Yeah. So she got a lot of heat from this, and she removed it for a time.
When you mention Norway...
But the video is back on. I don't know. Should we watch it right now? It is only 8 minutes. Comments are paused. I live in 80. Let's change places. Life on tutorial mode. This person can vote, by the way. Oh my god, she responded. Anyways, you know, fuck it. Let's watch it. And it's one of these story time tubers. Oh my god.
Norway to someone, people are going to be like, oh. When you mention Norway to someone, people are going to be like, oh my god, you live in such a perfect country with no issues. My dude, I wish that was true. But I get it though, the country is really good and I'm really lucky to be born here. But this video is just going to be about how I think some things here are really annoying.
Oh my god.
First off, our cuisine here, aka the food we made through our history, kinda sucks. If you go to a restaurant to order anything, there's a 99% chance the food isn't even Norwegian. You can order anything, pasta, pizza, burger, injera, kebab. No one's gonna buy smalahove, and no one's gonna buy kumle. It's a wet ball of flour.
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
Holy shit, bro. They have moose in Norway, baller. Hell yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie though, I'm gonna be honest here, like, kumle kinda slaps, but that's not the point. If you're a tourist, you're not gonna buy that. Like, jokes aside though, there's a reason to why northern countries do have really dry and really cold food types. I would love to explain it to you in another video if people are interested, but for now, this video is just gonna be about what I think is really annoying.
So now we got just like, oh, the food's heckin' bad, bro. These people are so shallow, bro. Wait, what is the goal? If we hit the goal, then I watch the EDP documentary in a stream. Not this stream, in next stream. Or maybe the stream after. I dedicate a stream to the EDP documentary if we hit the goal. And I guess... yeah, so...
So, the food there, I mean, it's still pretty boring. Gotta be honest here. Another thing about food is...
it's heckin' boring. Is the Norwegian food even really that bad? Like, people... oh my god. Wales has food called faggots. That shit's hilarious. No price goal? Oh, you mean like the super chat? I think I put the minimum as $2. Yeah, this $2 don't count this time. I did it for $5, but I'm gonna count the 2 Buckley sent as 1. So let's just say that the goal's higher than it really is. Nobody wants their food. If they did, they cook it themselves based. I got cooks and chefs fatigue. I don't know. Look, it's whatever.
That there's barely any food to choose from here in our store. You can go to any other country in Europe, trust me, and there will be variations to choose from. You want to become a vegan in Germany? Super easy with many options. You want to buy good pasta?
Oh man, Norway sucks because you can't be a vegan. The horror.
For $1, super cheap and delicious. But here, no. If you want good pasta, you'll have to use $10. And if you want to become a vegan, it's possible for sure, but it's going to take much more time of your life to find what food that's going to suit your diet.
Oh my god. Wow, her argument is literally, I enjoy my country's food, but it's bad because it isn't catering to the globalist foreign visitor's palate. It's basically what she said, actually.
Okay, the next reason is our weather. And I know other countries around 30 degrees over the equator do experience a lot of bad weather because of the cold wind from the north and the warm wind from the south. Like, yeah, I get it, I understand. We won't get it all sunny all day. But for some reason, the city I live in had to choose the absolute worst possible place to build a city.
Are there any good places to build a city in Norway? Veganism is literal cancer. Reverse fart with a reverb. My lobster is too buttery and my steak is too juicy.
They chose to build a city that is surrounded by mountains. And you know what
It's actually generally a good place to build a city.
happens when you do that? The rain is stuck inside there. Like, I'll explain it a little bit, because this is fun. It's fun to explain. The steam goes up, and when it gets up, it gets really cold, and it falls back and turns into rain. But when steam goes up and doesn't reach the top of the mountain, it's not able to go over the mountain, meaning that the rain will go back to where it started, or where the steam started. Meaning, you kind of capture the rain in like a bowl. In other words, the city...
Wow, we got a fucking crackerjack meteorologist here. Hard to invade. Humans should be eating meat. I don't know why she's complaining. Actually complaining about being in a good place.
It's like the village of the rain, if someone's getting that reference. And you may think, okay, I get it, it's a lot of rain, but there's probably lots of other possibilities you can do in the rain. You can, for example, swim at the beach. When it rains, the sewer comes out at the bottom of the ocean and you have to end up swimming in poop. Okay, what about a hike? Everything here are mountains, and if you walk on top of it when it's rain, it's super slippery and you might fall and you might die. Okay, so indoors...
Okay, is this bitch really complaining about fucking rain? Get over it, bro! No one cares. I guess she's like I guess she's some fucking non-white or something, but... Where did she even say this was? Bergen? I'm looking this up right fucking now. How many rainy days in Bergen per year? 200 to 240 rainy days. Okay, so that sounds like a lot. Okay, but let's look at this. Tokyo. Oh, Tokyo's only 105, actually. I thought it was more. I guess it does get a lot of rain then. Let's see here. Okay, Seattle is 150, and Seattle's known for being pretty rainy. I guess she does get a lot of rain then. Fine. But this also isn't like a Norwegian thing. It's a good point, because a lot of rain reminds me of Britain, and that is hell on earth. Actually, how many rainy days in London? Oh, London only gets 110, apparently. Whatever, I guess I'll give her a... pass there.
Activities then? That's possible? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do.
Man, face reveal, most worthless reason to be mad at complaining is to complain one moment. Look, does it really matter if there's a lot of rain? I mean, just bring an umbrella, bro. Okay, and if she's a fucking, like, animated storytime YouTuber, is she, like, some giga extrovert anyway? I think too many people online complain about non-issues, yeah.
Do indoor activities all the time. Like, you don't understand how bad it is. If you Google how many days it rains in Bergen, it's gonna say roughly 230 days. Yeah, I think that's over 2/3 of a year. That's insane. And like, I get it, Bergen has its history. It's probably like, it was probably really easy to get to the city to like trade like items and food and to export items as well. But like, could they not build a city like 20 boat minutes away from here?
Holy fucking shit. This woman just fucking insult. How about you just fucking move, bro? If that is her job, she can move anywhere.
I think if you just got outside of these 7 mountains, you would experience less rain. Or maybe I'm just really dumb, I don't know. But
no, you are really dumb, actually.
It sounds like a good idea to me. Okay, we're not done talking about the weather. Because you may think, oh...
Women will create reasons to complain no matter the consequences. 100% true. Cold culture was a mistake.
Because it's such bad weather, they might be really good at preparing for snow and rain, etc. No, we're absolutely not. Again, this place is...
How many subs does she have? Not very many. I think she had more videos, but she deleted them all because this one got so much hate. Fuck. It's like, you know, it's fucking real, though, with women complaining about fucking everything. Like, jeez.
Really high up north, and there's snow, and there's rain, and it comes every... Again, this place is really high up north, and there's snow.
Wow, based.
And there's rain, and it comes every year, but for some reason, we're never...
Bro, you're telling me there's snow in Norway?
Prepared, and it's making me crazy.
I don't know, does Norway have the Schengen? Okay, so Norway is in the Schengen. So she's literally allowed to move anywhere in Europe, which should be easy considering she's fluent in English. I was gonna say, she doesn't seem super appealing in terms of content. At least compared to everything we've watched on stream, this is tame. Yeah, this is pretty mild. The hate was made. We'll see what happens in the rest. To be fair, this video isn't surprising for the niche. Storytime animator YouTubers present themselves as neurotic due to the demands of their work. Their sarcastic self-obsession on their own internal world. Yeah.
Like, every year, on the first day of snow, it's chaotic. Like, you're lucky if you're able to get a bus that is like 30 or 40 minutes late. You're even lucky if you're able to get a bus at all. And the whole country has this culture of like, oh, don't be late, remember to be there on time.
Yeah, because they're Northern European, which she doesn't relate to.
But every single bus, every single train, every teacher, all food that's going to be delivered, everything is late all the time. No one is on time. Like, maybe I'm romanticizing other places like Japan where you hear that the train is never later than 1 minute, and 1 minute is actually the longest the train has ever used to not be there on time. But like, I wish we just had a little bit of that. I don't know how many years I wasted waiting on things, waiting on people, waiting on plates, waiting on everything. And I'm getting crazy.
I can see why this would be a problem, just waiting for her to say they need more. I mean, she basically already said that with the fucking food thing.
And everyone around me are so chill about it except me. Maybe I'm the problem. I don't know. Okay.
Don't let her go to Japan. No, she cannot go.
Next one are the people here, and I am the
Okay, now here's the racism, I guess, the people.
region myself, meaning I am also a awkward person. Next one are the people here, and I am the region myself, meaning I am also a awkward person that takes a lot of space from people and stand awkwardly at concerts and only say hello to people when you go on hikes. Like, yeah, I am that too. But there is such a coldness here with the people. Like, I know this is about people here being really reserved and highly respectful of personal space and privacy, which I do appreciate a lot. But the effect on this is concerning. My source here is my grandmother, so take this with a pinch of salt, by the way. But she works with young people and is educated on something I don't know the English word for, but it helps people going through specific depressions and other.
I don't know the English word for. Ever heard of fucking Google Translate? Retard. Meat too juicy, lobster too buttery, winter too snowy. Imagine complaining about a snowy winter. Okay, people just can't appreciate what they got. Well, they are in a cold place. Nothing of what she said was bad.
Issues that they need help with, where she learned through a course that one of the loneliest people in the world are young adults from Scandinavia. So maybe there's a reason to that. Maybe there's a combination here we don't really see. And it kind of makes sense in a way. Like, if you need anything, you can buy it or you can get it, but it's usually where you use money and you don't really get it through like a connection from someone or anyone. And I'm not a psychiatrist, so again, take everything I say with a pinch of salt. But I think the luxury have something to do with the loneliness.
So is she now complaining about how Norwegians are too rich? We just have too much oil wealth.
You get a lot of space, you get a lot of time to think, you get so much alone time that it might create a loop where you feel...
So now it's capitalism bad. Just complained about respectful but polite people. That's the thing. You know, that's just how it is there. I mean, I don't know. This is the whole thing, okay? They want the fucking favelas, I guess.
Alone, or at least that's what I feel, and a lot of people I know do really feel. And it's really lonely here, even though we have everything we could ask for. And on top of that, there's something called polar night, aka dark times, where we barely see any sun in the wintertime, that do really affect our mood.
Oh my gosh. Can't you just talk to people? Impossible, I guess.
Because of the lack of sun and the lack of vitamin D. I need to clear up, like, this is not the people's fault. I don't think people here are like this by nature, but it's just like how the culture have turned into, and it sucks to see that so many people you know and love are so lonely.
And remember Eve from the Bible. Never enough, yeah. I mean, this is the thing, okay? If we're being objective here, Norway's easily gotta be one of the best countries to live in the world, and then she still makes a video complaining about it. This is the whole thing. If you gave women paradise, alright, they would reject it. Doesn't Norway consistently rank at the absolute top of the global happiness, safety, and quality of life indexes? It does. Let's see what we got here. So this is from Numbeo. I don't know what the fuck this is. Norway is number 10. Okay, I'll show you guys. So number 1 is the Netherlands, then Luxembourg, Oman, Denmark, Switzerland, Finland. So another Scandinavian country. And actually, Denmark is Scandinavian too, I guess. So 2 Scandinavians, actually 3 Scandinavians, and then 4 with Norway at 10. So 4 Scandinavian countries in the top 10 of the Quality of Life Index. All right. Oh, but Norway, it's the worst place to live. It sucks so much, even though it's the 10th best place to live in the fucking world. Oh my fucking god, kill yourself. Shit. Man. Trying to play a victim because your local Scandinavian grocery store doesn't have a specific hyper-niche imported item is wildly out of touch. Yeah, exactly. Finland sort of counts, right? Yeah, Finland is Scandinavian. They just have more Russian influence. How is the UK above 30? Look, the whole thing is that, like... Look, the whole thing is that once you start going down here, you start getting a lot of, like, third world countries, right? So... Look, ultimately, the UK is still... Actually, I'm not sure if I would say the UK is nicer than Poland. Where the hell... So UK's 23. Okay, I do not think the UK is nicer than Belgium or Ireland. Alright? But, I mean, it is probably nicer than, say, Israel for sure. I don't know, but... Look, the whole thing is you can debate where exactly it should be, but... Like, my whole point, though, is that, like, Norway, however you cut it, is still a great place to live. They have to say they love it like North Korea, but worse. Shit.
And even worse than lonely, that they have even worse thoughts. And I mean, I don't know how to fix it, but I know it's easier for sure, so I just wanted to share it. And what
Japan 20th? Word of that? Wait, are we gonna fucking make this stream talking about this? I don't know. I mean, look, I guess, I don't know, I'm assuming it's like a combination of all these things, so safety, purchasing power, healthcare, cost of living. Yeah, and then pollution. So, I don't know, the whole thing is that it kind of depends. And then also, different people will have different qualities of life in different countries, right? So it is a bit subjective to a sense, in a sense, right? You know, like Japan, like, I don't know, like Japan is going to be better or worse for some people depending on their values or personality or even like their career choice or whatever. There's no shot in hell the UK is nicer than Poland. Look, yeah, exactly. Maybe fucking 20 years ago, right? Rigged Poland under the UK, now that sounds some bullshit. And look, they definitely do, like, rank these in weird ways. I'm assuming a big part of it is, like, GDP, but, like, GDP's fucking bullshit anyway, so...
What's really annoying about being here. But yeah, that's the whole video. It's just me ranting about things I don't know about the country I live in. Wow, it's such a first world problem thing to like talk about.
Whatever. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad, but look, people are just kind of sick of hearing about this kind of shit. You know? And I don't know. I don't know. People said that this chick was like non-white. I don't really know. She had a bunch of other videos, so maybe she talks about it. But I mean, look, this is a very common thing that you hear from like these non-white immigrants. They always got a fucking chip on their shoulder about whatever country they're living in. Also, this is sad. This banner. Japan work-life balance sucks. UK just sucks. Yeah, that's the thing. Although Japan, it's getting a bit better in the work culture regard. But, you know, that's why I said, like, job. Because, I mean, if you're, like, if you have, like, a non-standard job, then, I mean, Japan gets, like, a lot better. Polish food looks disgusting, so maybe that's why. What's funny is she posted a public apology for coming across as spoiled and completely nuked her entire online presence shortly after the Twitter backlash exploded. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think the backlash was a bit overblown, but this shit's just kind of annoying at this point. You know? Have you seen English food? Look, okay, English food is completely carried by fish and chips, okay? I don't even care about what else they eat, alright? But I'll fucking die, okay, for some fish and chips, man. Sup, Kai, what did I miss? Hey, Riku. I mean, we talked about the EDP documentary a bit. There was a Yuri game that got banned by by banks, actually. Mostly just a bunch of random stuff today, though. Expecting some liberals saying there needs to be more immigrants, but I didn't, yeah. Seems like the people who move to Japan can't speak Japanese or form connection with natives, then go on YouTube and bitch about the country being bad, lol. And yeah, you know, keep in mind, people, you know, that kind of stuff happens all the time, too. You know, nuking your whole channel over that is an overreaction, yeah. Polish food is like a fish in a pot with squid ink. I'd rather eat chips and sausage in a newspaper than that crap, yeah.
See, and everyone...
I don't know. And people just in general don't really like these storytime animators anymore. People have storytime animator fatigue. Man, life on tutorial mode. This person can vote, by the way. Because I'm Malaysian. I don't know. People were saying that she's like Southeast Asian or something. I live in Brazil, and I agree. Here in Brazil, my neighbor is a drug dealer, and the police exchange gunfire with him monthly in front of my house. This kind of adrenaline that I have the privilege of feeling, this live shootout that I can experience won't be possible in Norway. Here it is. This YouTuber is half Malaysian, by the way. That's a part of it. All right. You know, because people, you know, we kind of got this immigrant fatigue these days, okay? We're done hearing about how literally our countries, which are some of the greatest countries on earth, actually suck. All right? Throwing shit in a pot and letting it roll is a classic for any culture. It's been going on for 10 years. The fad had to die eventually. Smartest Foyd. Whatever, honestly, she doesn't seem that bad, but yeah, I think the hate was a bit overblown, but still. Honestly, I just don't think that this kind of stuff... I just don't agree with that kind of stuff, though. Or, my host country sucks, but I would never go back to my home country. I mean, exactly, right? I mean, look, these people should be fucking, like, literally... you know, fucking thanking their host countries every day, you know? But that's never what happens. So he found the truth. The most puzzling thing about it was she said she was born there. I mean, I guess she was. But, you know. Man, Rappy is trending, apparently. Anyway, so apparently this was a trend. Some of this shit is from ages ago. I just never got around to talking about it. She's not as hot as Jade in animations. Man. So apparently, doctors and engineers were, like, fucking, like, putting their bike into people's faces while wheeling. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, oh my god, man. Yeah, this was a whole trend. But thankfully, okay, there apparently was some justice. Here we go. Bam! You love to see it. Oh, Rappy is trying to use those 2 new story chapters were straight cinema. Hell yeah. The shit culture, man. You racist if you think this is wrong. Yeah. This is their culture. Okay. I think there's like some other shit. Oh my god. More fatigue. Universal Studios Hollywood. Alright.
Oh shit. Oh my god! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! They're jumping in! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Wait, are they robbing? Bella! Where's Bella? My keys are in this. Please, you can have whatever you want. Watch out! No, 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 no! Get inside! No, 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 no! You get inside.
Yeah, we got these fucking, we got an engineer versus doctor fight at Universal Studios Hollywood. Fuck. Cyclists are annoying. Careful what you show on YouTube, they might come for you. Yeah. I don't know, we'll see. I might end up nuking, like, a whole bunch of streams eventually. YouTube has been pretty light on the, their censorship recently, so... I've been a bit, blasé. That's what I call karma-based swerve. Again, this happens all the time. Universal Undertakers. doctor fight. Universal Studios first, Disneyland next. The whole thing is that this shit has happened before, where you've got these people fighting at, like, Disneyland and shit. Future doctors were helping a choking patient. These streams will be lost media one day. Look, if I do have to nuke the streams, I will re-upload all of them somewhere. Probably on Rumble or something. Didn't do nothings. That's fucking funny. Oh yeah, video essayists with film degrees will hear one offhanded line and ignore the rest of the movie. Yeah, this is the whole thing. And I mean, look. So you got Better a Pig Than a Fascist. This is about Porco Rosso, which is a Ghibli movie. I'd rather be a pig than a fascist. It's funny because, you know, even though Miyazaki is, you know, like a socialist, he's actually, like, kind of based in some ways. I still don't really like Miyazaki that much, but I mean, in this movie, is like, even in, like, I mean, really, the whole thing with Miyazaki specifically is that he kind of just hates America. And Porco Rosso, it's a similar kind of message. They don't know you exist. If you're talking about YouTube, YouTube knows that I exist because they did have to manually review my channel when they gave me monetization. But, you know, never forget the Toontown Brawl, yeah. Oh fuck, I remember this one.
Triangle. It's a love.
So Tifa is the sexy little thing who wears a short skirt. This is from Robert Pattinson.
It's a love triangle where Aerith or Aerith, depending on what version of the game you have, sometimes mistranslated. Like, she's like the really kind girl who has superpower. It's like to like heal everyone and like make the world a better place.
Poor women, we have to heal everyone.
And then Tifa's like this like sexy little thing. She's like a thief and stuff. She wears a short skirt, and you're like, I can't decide. And then Aerith,
this is crazy.
And Aerith, right at her peak, gets killed. This is how every guy just like figures out what love is. And then it never, that's the ideal woman, and it never gets any, you never.
Either the one that's going to heal everything or the one in the short skirt. These are the options. Oh my god. This is the problem with the world.
Nah, look. I'm gonna say it, okay? Aerith is a thought. Okay, Tifa's the one true waifu in Final Fantasy VII. And all these you know... Holy shit, let's be honest. Miyazaki hates everything besides his own farts. Real. I too would rather be a pog capitalist than a communist. To be fair, Miyazaki's father did make planes for the war. Oh my god. Is that why Miyazaki's so cucked? He's got like this generational shame. Who gives a shit? Alright, I wish my dad made planes for fucking World War II. That fucking shit's awesome. Overly academic, modern media commentary ruins stories. Never trust anyone who uses the term media literacy. Real. The woman is so lost. There's only one way, and that way is Tifa. She comes with two best friends. And look, that's the thing. Stop Asian self-guilt. Yeah. But look, the thing with the final... I don't know, I thought about talking about this sometime. Because I feel like there's this divide between the tastes of the millennials and Gen Z. You know, because you see this with Persona 3. Excluding Aegis, because you can't really romance her. But, you know, the most popular girl in Persona 3, you know, the original game, was Yukari. But then you fast forward to Reload, and then I think it was Mitsuru overtook her. You know? And personality-wise, they're very different, right? Although, to be fair, Reload kind of nuked Yukari's personality. But still. And then with... you know, Final Fantasy VII, okay, you have all the millennials, okay, who played the game when it first came out. I guess they would be millennials, okay? And they all fucking pick Aerith, okay, who's a thought. Okay, but nowadays, I think Tifa's overtaken Aerith, okay? Rightfully so, because Tifa is just objectively better. And what I'm getting at is that, you know, even though as a society we're more cucked, you know, gamers have developed better taste in women, okay? We now understand that Tifa is better than Aerith, okay, and that Mitsuru is better than Yukari. I think he's proud of it, it's just he might have a slight grudge against America. Okay, it's more than a slight grudge. I mean, Miyazaki is obsessed with planes. I think Tifa was pretty popular back then, too. And yeah, Aerith is a literal roasty. I'm just saying that Tifa was popular, I'm sure. I'm just saying Aerith was more popular. That's what I think. I mean, look, I wasn't even fucking alive yet. So, I'm not really one to talk. This is just what I've picked up on by looking at, like, the discourse, right? Tifa was always more popular. Okay, maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I wasn't even fucking born yet, so Tifa's the better choice. Yuffie Tifa, 42%. Yeah, Aerith has especially been ruined because the Troons have been trying to claim her. And also, they made Tifa's boobs small. So, or smaller. Tifa's best girl. Anyways, maybe I'll look into this sometime. Try and find, like, some old forum posts or something to confirm it. Because I always thought that Aerith was more popular originally, but I don't know, maybe it was Tifa. If that's the case, then I'll have to apologize to the millennials. I guess they really were based too. Mitsuru was always waifu, exactly. I've never seen Aerith as more popular than Tifa, and I grew up through it all. Aerith was more popular. Yeah, Aerith was more popular if you still recall Aerith Dies website from the days before the Burus. What the fuck? Aerith Dies? Man, I'm like a fucking archaeologist here. Oh, it's Eris Dies. Yeah, her name was Eris originally. Well, it was always supposed to be Aerith, but Eris was a mistranslation. Heresy. Remember to unequip her materia or else you'll lose it. But now, because of the modern audiences, there's this performative Yuffie hatred too because she's heckin' Diddy blood. Yeah, fucking bullshit, man. I don't really know. How would you even start looking into this? I guess I'll just start with AI. Who was more popular, Tifa or Aerith, when Final Fantasy VII first came out? I'll just ask AI, but I'm not. This is not an authority. I'm just curious. Okay, so according to AI, Aerith, spelled Eris in the original, was generally considered more central to the emotional core and cultural footprint of the game, making her slightly more popular initially due to the massive impact of her defining narrative moment. So that's AI's opinion, and it's citing Reddit. So take that with a grain of salt. Yuffie love is based love. Wait, turns out you were right. Aerith was generally more popular globally due to her crucial role in the narrative and historical impact of her tragic storyline when the game first released in 97. I mean, that's the AI consensus, which is the consensus from Reddit. So who fucking knows? I don't know. There's no real way. I don't know. It's hard to really figure it out, right? I guess I would have to just, like, dig up a bunch of old forum posts to see what, like, the consensus was. It's basing it on story, not outside sources. Aerith was probably more popular overall, but Western fans from the OG seem to like Tifa more. Yuffie and Rebecca Chambers. Anyways, look, this is good. That would be like a big, deep dive, but anyways. Let's just say they were equal for now. Well, I mean, look, people definitely did like Aerith because her death was extremely impactful. And, you know, if everybody was an Aerith hater like me, then it wouldn't have been, you know, as impactful as it was, right? So, I'm gonna chamber Rebecca. Surprisingly, in Japan, Aerith consistently topped early official character polls. Her flower girl aesthetic resonated strongly with Eastern audiences who preferred the traditional ethereal heroine archetype. Now, that's funny. Okay, because Aerith is only that from like a surface level, okay? Which is why I don't really like her. Yeah, so it looks like it's the Japanese who were cucked on this one. Man. Brutal, though. Anyways, brutal. I think people retroactively liked Aerith because she dies. Characters who permanently die seem to gather more sympathy from the audiences. Yeah, that could be a part of it too, because now she has this kind of tragedy to her storyline. And, you know, also when a character dies, they do kind of get redeemed in a sense, I think, you know. Wesker will always be based for the picture in his drawer and making Jill blonde for no reason. FF7 was just worse, Xenogears, and I'll never forgive Squaresoft for shafting Xenogears' story for FF7 because it was too dark/complex. Man. Anyways, I guess we're going to talk about Josh Moon. I made the whole video about how the Kiwi Farms was dying because they lost the DDoS protection. Apparently they got DDoS protection back. Okay, Josh Moon is all like crying a river on Twitter about how no one wants to give them DDoS protection. They just find some. So, unfortunately, the death of Kiwi Farms has been delayed. And honestly, I don't necessarily, like, I hate the Kiwi Farms, but I actually would prefer for the Kiwi Farms to stick around because it functions as a containment zone. You know, I've seen, you know, the Kiwi Troons and the Shardy Fags on Twitter, and they're fucking insufferable, alright? If Kiwi Farms and Shardy went down, then they would all just fucking flood everywhere else and it would be a disaster. You know, it'd be like when Tumblr got shut down. Anyways, though, I found some Josh Moon clips, and I haven't watched these yet, but apparently they're pretty infamous. And Josh Goon, who will last longer, Korean Reddit or DSP? It's gonna be fucking DSP, bro. DSP is gonna outlast all of us. Like, don't even kid yourself. Kiwi Farms equals green Tumblr. Shit. Anyways, let's check this actually. Give me a second. Anyway, let's get this started. So,
the last time I was in the U.S., I lived in Buffalo. And I just remember, I always, like, whenever I talk about this, people make fun of me, like, if they're not alt-right. But every relationship I saw was a black guy and a white woman.
What? Oh, that's how he starts the clip? Okay, by the way, I don't know. By the way, the whole BBC thing is mostly a meme. If you look at the stats, white women are the least likely to race mix, so I don't know if this is just like his fantasy or maybe Buffalo is just a special case, but...
In Buffalo, every stroller I saw was like a gross-looking mixed baby.
What?
And it's so weird to actively see the death of a country and the people, because once it's changed like that, it's changed forever, and you can't...
Have you seen the Fiora skin for September on Nikkei? It shows that the Persona collab was purposefully toned down because of Atlas/Sega. Well, look, we fucking knew that already. Okay, we were just looking at Hulkenberg's nuked cake earlier.
Can't get it back. In Ukraine, I live next to a park, and there would...
Oh, so here he's at the park. Okay, so he starts with, like, the BBC fantasy. And now what's next?
And I live next to a park, and there would always be, like, 1,000 kids out in this fucking park every day. And they would all be Ukrainian, and they would all speak Russian because it's in the south. I'm sure in Kiev it's the same. They speak Ukrainian, but they had a monolith culture, and they fit in together. And it was pleasant. It was pleasant to see a city that looked alive, where you could always hear kids, because it was a growing population, and it wasn't a declining population like it is in the U.S. And that's how I always felt. The cities in America, the places I've lived, have all been soulless.
Yeah, why is he in the park? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, here's the story about how I'm just creeping on this park nearby. Okay, look, maybe it's just perfectly innocent, right? Okay, but, you know, keep in mind, by the way, this is Josh Moon we're talking about. Came to the stream late because I woke up 30 minutes ago, lol. Man.
Dying places, and there's no more place more soulless and dying than...
Where you can always hear kids.
Florida. Where they...
Yo, he's, like, renting out the apartment, he's like, okay... He's like, oh, by the way, how far away is the park, did you say? And they're like, oh, you have kids? No, I just want to live near a park for, you know, personal reasons.
The average age of people living there is like 50 years old, and they don't have any fucking kids, or if they do, they're far away. And it's just fat, childless women running every fucking thing. Bull dykes in a fucking truck, 300 pounds, who ran everything, and they were all broken branches, and there's no way to not be depressed in that situation. Then you go outside, you go to Serbia, you go to Ukraine, and it's different, and it's nice. It's nice to be around a place that's young.
Yeah, so, well, look, I hate fat Karens too. Although it's kind of funny. I mean, where does Josh even live? I guess he's never said, but I mean, if he's living in Europe, then the legality of Kiwi Farms becomes kind of dubious, to be honest. Wonder how the Ukrainian kids felt while being ogled by a morbidly obese pedophile. Yeah. Alright. It is pretty suspect. I think I had some other clips. Oh my, I couldn't even fucking believe this when I heard it.
Why are you donating blood? Is this like a calorie thing? I thought about giving my spinal fluid because you lose, you burn calories recreating your spinal fluid and blood. You can lose weight by donating blood. So I've considered it. I would never donate blood for somebody else's benefit, though.
Bro, Josh Moon literally thinks that people donate blood to lose weight. What the fuck's wrong with this guy? This is like fucking peak lolcow shit. Like, this is something the fucking quartering would say. Man. Mentioned Ukraine, so maybe somewhere in that area. Living in Israel right now, wouldn't be surprised. I mean, listen to this guy. He's so devastated. There's no kids. Ain't this the same dude who actually likes kids and is on Shibi's head? That's the kind of weird thing. I understand wanting there to be like a sort of, he says younger population. I mean, look, I'm sure having like kids in a city makes things more lively, right? But it's kind of suspect coming from this guy, you know, the guy who, you know, like sexually harassed underage girls on the internet, you know, like 12-year-old girls, like, if very suspect. And then there's the other stuff, like there's like the pragmata crash out and the file board, just Ozempic mask, just exercise, never heard of that. His blood is too toxic. He left Ukraine before the war started. I'm sure he's out of Ukraine now. But yeah, holy shit, bro. Yeah, but this is the thing. Josh is like a total lolcow. It's just that the people who actually go after lolcows are all in Josh's cult, so he doesn't have to worry about them. CRP shit as well. Wait, I found this is crazy. Yeah, janitor Josh, who does 90% of moderation on KF, thinks 4chan sucks because it's unmoderated. Let's look at this one. Lived in Russia at one point. Fucking Mr. Worldwide here.
I do a lot of moderation.
Lolcow with immunity. Yeah.
I do 90%. I did the math recently. I do 90% of all the moderator actions on the Kiwi farms.
Josh Moon personally does 90% of the moderation on Kiwi farms. This guy is like the fucking King Janny. What the fuck? Pragmata thing was hilarious. Look, it says a lot more about him than it does about the game.
And
full-time Janny. I mean, at least he has pay pigs, so you can give him that. Rip Chef Red Pill.
It's this weird thing where someone will make a talk to staff thread and be like, I don't know which faggy fucking Janny did this, but Noel should know about it. And I'm like, oh, buddy boy, that was me.
Talk about a fucking self-report. Man. Yeah, he's probably the one who banned me for laughing at him over Pragmata. Fuck. Yeah, guaranteed.
That was me. So I don't know. The point is that I do a lot of the work on the site just because I don't want it to be somebody else's site, you know? That's not good.
You know, and actually that just shows that he's kind of like a total control freak. If he's not even willing to let like actual Jannies in.
It is good, though. The alternative is the absentee landlord. If you do none of the work or a minority of the work, and you just like, okay, everybody do shit, and I don't want...
You know, the owner of a website usually has bigger fish to fry than, like, Janny shit. You know, maybe you should be working on new features or, you know, other stuff like that. Or improving the website in other ways. You shouldn't be fucking monitoring every thread and deleting shit that you think's problematic or whatever.
Fucking deal with it, and I'm not going to pay any attention to the moderation of the site. Then you lose it. It's no longer your site. It's no longer Jimmy Wales's Wikipedia. It's a bunch of fucking Janny trannies that run Wikipedia. And even if he really wants to like reverse a decision, he can't because he sacrificed every possible value on the site for the opportunity cost of giving it up to volunteers who do it for free. That's the issue. I mean, yeah, if you personally moderate a site.
Man, you know, it's kind of funny because I've heard people say that Null is lazy and doesn't like actually take care of the Kiwi farms very well. It's not that he's lazy. It's just that he spends all his fucking time just doing Janny shit. Moderating it instead of actually working on the website then. Nobody could criticize him, then he cries about free speech, yeah.
Then your moderation sets the tone for the community. And if people don't like that moderation style or whatever, then they're not going to post on it.
That's true with everything, though. That's like you can devise any kind of rule set or whatever, and it's always going to drive certain people out and welcome certain people in. It's like with 4chan. I don't use 4chan because it sucks. They don't moderate anything, and as a result, every discussion thread sucks.
Fuck. 4chan is bad because it's too unmoderated, apparently. Oh my god, give me a break. If I was him, I'd cash out and disappear a new identity. He's living in a house. The whole thing is that he can't really... How is he going to cash out? It's not like he can sell... Well, I guess he could sell the website, but who the fuck would he sell it to? You know? And it's like, you know, exactly, how would he cash out? And where would he go? You know, this guy... I don't think this guy's ever worked, like, a real job. I think he maybe worked one, like, 20 years ago. He can't get a fucking job. He'd be lucky to get some, like, fucking fast food shit. You know? Look, he needs the kiwi farms. And, you know, also, this guy's like a I mean, like, what else is his life besides being, like, null, right? Man, he's been doing it so long, it's his identity, exactly. That's one of the problems with being a YouTuber. You kind of get locked into it. And, or even just being an internet personality in general, I mean, is that you kind of really do get locked into it.
And, but I don't know. They're more popular, I guess, as a result, but... I don't even use it for like a reference anymore. So, like I said, there's an opportunity cost to everything.
You know, if anything, 4chan is fucked because there's more moderation. Man. Or I guess really the spam is a big problem, but it's like they ban the real posters and then they let the spam go. Anyways, what the fuck? Yeah, I had all this Josh Moon stuff lined up. Anyway, Josh admits the original KF user base was 50% gay/trans. Extraordinary amount for a non-LGBT related site. Josh was never based in principle. He just uses successive waves of people who are diametrically opposed to each other to populate and fund his site. Also, I just deleted 330 posts. Yeah, real nice free speech forum this has always been. That's the thing. Okay, it's a free speech platform, but Josh is like the King Janny who will ban everyone who fucking says something he doesn't like. I don't know what he is talking about. My posting bot never gets moderated or banned. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, though. Yeah, Kiwi... That's the thing with Kiwi Farms. There's really no point to it. It's literally all just, like, a bunch of, like, fucking, well, whatever. Did I have anything else about him? Oh my god, this was funny. Yeah, this is all from it. Yeah, I've reached out to Andrew Torba maybe 100 times and he ignores me. Rumble ignores me. No one wants to work together. No one wants to share resources. No one wants to listen. Everyone wants to be the base internet superhero and get 100% of the credit, so we're gonna all eat shit forever. Yeah, here's him crying when they got nuked from all the DDoS protection services. Man, shit. Let's see, where were we? May start having withdrawals if he touches grass. I don't know what he's talking about. My posting... Oh, wait, I already read that. Josh is really the quintessential Janny. It's insane. That's the thing. He's like, I hate Jannies. Becomes the fucking biggest Janny known to man. Makes a lot of these crybaby posts about how he wants a wife and to settle down, but he can't. Really? That's just sad, man. You know, I've heard before about how, I mean, I've heard before that he's, like, married to some Troon IRL. But I guess those are just rumors. I'm sorry he thought Rumble was gonna help. I have fucking no clue how. Look at his PFP, man. What he'd expect from a deranged dude, yeah. Anyways, this was funny, so... Also, Islam, what are you doing? Islam is fucking gay. Okay, that's what's going on. So he's spamming rainbow flags. Look, man, okay. I don't really care who watches the stream, but if you keep spamming rainbow flags, I will mute. Because it's just fucking annoying for the other people. Or I'll put you in a timeout, I mean. Alright, so just lay off. Anyways, though. Wait, I remember seeing where the guy got banned by Josh Moon for criticizing him at the time. Online feminist crush. Yeah, that's another thing. I found this one YouTube video that talks about it, but Josh was, like, banning people because they were criticizing, like, the feminists on the board. Anyways, but back to this one. 2 men raised Simba and he turned out fine. Look, the gays are not okay. Like, look, the whole thing is that, Pumbaa and Timon, look, they weren't bad guys, alright? But they definitely didn't raise Simba right. In fact, like, a major part of the movie is Simba rejecting the philosophy that they taught him, okay? So he can actually become the king and save the Pride Lands. And also, Timon and Simba weren't fucking gay lovers. They were basically just random guys, like best friends. So it's really more like he was raised by like foster brothers. Okay, not a gay couple. Alright, so this is just the most retarded post in existence. Orphans deserve parents even if the parent... Oh my fucking god, bro. Orphans also deserve not to get fucking groomed and sexually assaulted, so... when Kiwi Farms goes down, he will be lolcow non grata, eternal state of unfriendlessness. That's all. They also weren't gay. Yeah, exactly. He was raised by 2 bum uncles. Basically what happened. All right. And while they did, you know, and you know, I guess it was technically better because, I mean, fucking Scar was going to kill him, right? But still. Timon and Pumbaa gave Simba hope and helped him get over his trauma. And I mean, yeah, exactly. But ultimately, he still needed to, you know, move past them. They're not even the same species. Anyways, yeah, new footage shows anti-ICE activists set fire outside immigration court in New York City. Like I said, more of these, you know, violent incidents showing up, like with the Trump thing earlier. And you're going to see more and more over time. Why do you assume gay parents will groom a kid they adopted? Let's see. Why do I assume that? Look, because, that's how they reproduce. Eats the bugs, Simba. Oh yeah, this is what I remember. Okay, if you were against pedophilia, you address the 200 plus pedophiles on your side and not focus on fictional characters. So this is a website someone made. Reset the Clocks Redux. Okay, so everybody knows that, anti-lolicons are way more likely to be pedophiles than lolicons. And some mad lad actually went and documented every case of this. Alright? So it starts with Dr. Pizza, the classic. And then you've got this guy, and then this guy, and then this guy, and then it just keeps going and 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 going. Alright? And then and going, and going, and then we're at 78. Oh, but there's a second page. And it just keeps going, and going, and going, and going, until you go all the fucking way down. Holy shit, there literally is so fucking much. 207. And that's just what this guy has documented. And it looks like it hasn't been, I guess it has been updated, but that's just all they got so far. And then you look at lolicons who were outed as pedophiles, and it's like Shadman kinda. And who else even is there? Some random guy who made a YouTube video one time. I think there was like one Korean artist, kinda. Like, it's a very short list of lolicons who have been outed as pedophiles, but antis, it's just like one after another. Man, that site's amazing. Damn, what a Chad. The infinite site. This is gold. Looks pretty interesting. Holy hell. The receipts are real. What a mad lad. And look, this is the whole thing, you know? Yeah, it's quite the fucking case, though. There's just so fucking much. It's insane. Yeah, but we're the problem, right? We're the problem. It's funny. They put EDP because EDP is in this category. Okay, before he was outed as a pedo, he was out here saying lolicon was gross too. Like, what the fuck? This is what always happens. Shit. Oh, this is the EDP documentary. I already talked about that. What else even is here? Oh, I think this. I think I talked about this on stream another time. Not a super big fan of Rev, but wait until he finds this. Shit. I don't know. I guess he still makes that content sometimes. But, I mean, he knows about this. I mean, his own videos were in that list. He's covered a lot of these stories himself. Holy shit, bro. Look, Islam. We don't fucking care that you're gay. Just get over it. Alright? You know, you do realize that when straight men see two men kiss, okay, it triggers a response in their brain, a disgust response that's comparable to them looking at maggots, alright? Straight men are literally disgusted by gay men as if they're looking at maggots when they see it, alright? Holy shit, bro. Even if there are lolicons that were outed, it's usually lolicons that get rid of them first, all while the antis are quiet. I mean, yeah, you know. Yeah, anyways, but here's was another one.
Guys,
this ties into the Estonia thing from earlier. We have these Mexican missionaries who complain because apparently they got beat up by I don't even really buy the story. Maybe they got shoved around or something, but does this guy look like he got beat up? Because he was saying he was saying that he got like stomped to the ground, like stomped on the ground or something. I mean, he looks fine. So, I don't know. But even then, look, it's based, okay? Relax, Islam, it's late. Man, though. Where are the bruises? That's what I'm saying. So, maybe they got pushed around a bit, but I don't buy that they were like fucking, that they got the shit beat out of them. Alright? And even then, like, why shouldn't they? These guys are like Mexican missionaries in Latvia. Okay? They certainly don't belong. Oh my god, this is a bus in Canada, apparently.
Indians in Canada.
Holy shit, bro, it's fucking over. Yeah, no, you don't walk off after getting stomped on the ground. Exactly. Okay, maybe he got pushed to the ground. And then a guy, like, accidentally, like, bumped his foot into him. Yeah, not even close. There'd be marks, at least. Yeah. Let's see, where else was there? Oh my god, yeah, this was funny. White people commit more sexual assault. The white people. Yeah. Death's hotbox. Shit. See here. Shit, we're at 3 fucking hours. Oh my god. This is just fucking depressing, bro.
You're either gonna laugh or you're gonna be disgusted by this. A farmer from Essex decided to put chain armor with nails on his sheep. Not because there's wolves there or coyotes that are attacking the sheep, because they have suffered repeated rapes. You heard that right, okay? They suffered repeated rapes from Pakistani neighbors. This is the level of multiculturalism we have reached. We now have to protect our animals from getting sexually assaulted by migrants. This is my new...
Oh my god, bro. What the fuck? Nobody knows what per capita means either. Look like Ludwig. Yeah, there's...
eShop idea. Do it, okay? Trust me, you're gonna make money. $99.99 for chain armor for your sheep. Protect them from rapes. And the next time you're gonna go over there on a kebab place and eat lamb, make sure it was not sexually assaulted.
Yeah, holy shit. This is a cartoon skit. Fucking worse, man. Some cultures are perhaps not worth keeping around. Couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, fuck. I remember. I'm so disappointed. We had Kino content here, okay? We had the most kino of content. There was this guy who made this, like, long post about how he's a Christian and a Shotokan, and how the reason why he's not a Shotokan in spite of his Christianity, but because of it. He had, like, this whole fucking treatise about it. It was so fucking funny. But he got suspended, and it's lost forever. And I think I checked archive.org, and it wasn't archived. Absolutely brutal, man. Anyways, we're at 3 fucking hours. I think that's it for today. I had a bunch of other stuff. I wanted to get through my whole backlog. I got some other stuff. Actually, you know, fuck it. We'll talk about, like, one more thing. We need a site that auto-archives all tweets. Yes. What else do I even have? Oh, maybe we'll save this for, like, the outro song. Someone suggested this. The Hiles Aryans. But, actually, no, I'm gonna grab a couple other things. I have, like, a bunch of other shit on another tab. Or another, yeah. Another, like, window, I mean. I'm gonna move it over. I think this is everything. Whatever, there's some other random shit. But we're only gonna look at a couple things here. Okay, everyone's... Let's see here. We need a site that... He was too cultured for Twitter, so he's Catholic. You know, I think he actually might have been Catholic, but I forget. One more thing. Sweet next time. Oh yes, Dr. Fasodic. It's an amazing channel. Not just music, but his woke Skyrim parody was killing it. Alright, well anyways, oh shit. What was... Oh, fuck, yeah, this was all here. So, fuck was... Yeah, here it is. 43-year-old brat.
Hi, I'm just... Hi, I'm just an innocent little girl. I'm actually 43.
Yeah. So we've got this 43-year-old VTuber LARPing as a Mesugaki. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you for the $20, Elias, guys. Much appreciated. Here's some shekels for the good content. May have to catch up with the VOD for the beginning. Still a Christian Shotokan combo is not what I was expecting. I wish I fucking screenshotted the tweet. I'll try and find if they have, like, a new account or something. Anyways, thank you very much. Actually, with $20, I'll leave it in... The goal expired, but I'll leave it up to you, Elias, because you donated the $20. But should we do a stream on the EDP documentary? Let me bring it up. Let me find it. EDP documentary. I don't think you were here for the stream yet. Yeah, here it is. The Sick Mind of EDP. Because the goal was for the stream. So do you think we should do the EDP documentary? I was going to do a whole stream dedicated to the documentary. You think we should do it, Elias? Guys, I'll leave it up to you. Okay? Anyways, but, let's see. Let's just do this one. Oh, fuck. This is hilarious. So, yeah, this is, like a MILF VTuber. I'm not sure if she's, like, actually... I don't know what's the deal with her. I think she says she's married, but I don't know if that's a part of the LARP or not. Anyways, here's the video. I guess let's watch it.
Yeah? お兄ちゃんどうしたの？今日はすみれに煽られに来ちゃったのかにゃ？ふふん。そんな顔してもダメなんだからね。ザーコ、ザーコ。反論できないの？お兄ちゃん、弱々なんだから。そんな調子で今日も頑張ってきたの？
Man, it's not working.
それで疲れたとか言っちゃうの？ダメだよ。もっとシャキッとしなきゃ。ザーコザーコ。
Oh. Actually, I say let's do it. I'm curious on what's been going on with Mr. Here for Cupcakes, and stuff on him has been spammed on my timeline. All right, Elias has decreed that we will be covering the EDP documentary. It'll probably be the next stream then that I do, and it's gonna be long, like 3 hours at least. So buckle in, boys, but it'll be a good time for sure. So, I mean, I'll say this much: the Chris Hansen clip was already pretty awesome. So, although it is, I kind of disagree with it because it's like trying to fucking turn EDP, you know, from a monster into like a fucking like a sideshow basically, or like a fucking supervillain. Like, it's just downplaying the seriousness of what he did, which I disagree with, of course. Anyway, lol, this is good. Thank you, Elias. Yes, oh, shit. Am I still streaming? Yeah, my... did the stream die? The fucking YouTube studio page fucking died on me. But it looks like we're still going strong. Anyway, we're gonna continue the ASMR.
いや、まあ、そうかな。弾いてるのすみれに。いや、それは確かにそうなんだけど、今は待ってください。そんなに煽られるの弱いんだ。お兄ちゃんってば、かわいいね。もっと煽ってほしいの。じゃあ、お兄ちゃんさ、今日もちゃんとお仕事してきたの？偉くない。だってそんな疲れた顔。
Holy shit, this is fucking Kino, bro. We all deserve a 43-year-old wife who will roleplay as a Mesugaki for us.
してるんだもん。社会に負けちゃったの？ザーコ。満員電車に負けちゃったの？ザーコ。上司に怒られちゃったの？ザーコ。迷路100件返して疲れちゃったの？ザーコ。会議長かったの？ザーコ。お昼ご飯コンビニだったの？ザー、いや、偏っちゃわない？ちょっとそれは。
Correction is needed.
おばさん、心配だな。あ、
It's a bit worrying for me.
違う。今のなし。今日はメスガキだから。ザーコ。心配なんかしてないもん。してないったらしてない。だからそんなや。
Bro, this is Kino. You know, I'm thinking I have to subscribe now and leave a like.
優しい顔しないで。いや、違うね。今の違うね。今日は煽る日なの。ザー。
It's so peak. She ain't 300 years old though. Fuck. Japanese sounds pleasing to the ears compared to Mandarin. Gomenda sorry, Chinese friends. Yeah, Chinese sounds rough, man. And hags need love too, yeah.
こう、あれねえ、もっと悔しそうな顔してみてよ。すみれ最強、お兄ちゃん最弱。すごい高い声を高い声を出すと痰がすごい絡むのよ。いや、ごめん。ちょっと本当にちょっとだけやってみたかったの。私何してるんだろう。
What am I even doing?
ねえ、こんなツインテールなんかにしちゃって。いや、ちょっと待って。冷静に考えて43歳なんだけど、さっきまで普通にスーパー行って牛乳買ってね、豚こま肉が安くて喜んで、その後急にメスガキを始めたんだけど、そういえば疲れたからお酒を飲んだところまでは覚えてるのよ。この格好案外いけるんじゃないなんて思ってて、いや冷静に考えたらいけないでしょ。43歳で、しかも声さすっごい無理してるしさ鏡見なさいよ。私娘ちゃんが見たら絶望するでしょ。しかもさねえ無理して高くしてる。
Your daughter ain't here right now, is she?
だからすごい痰が喉に絡んでるしねえ、終わりだよ終わり。ごめんね、今日はちょっとおばさん方向性を見失ってた。 明日からは普通の下町おばさんに戻るから。
I'm just gonna go back to being a normal Don't you dare. No. Okay, we're doing it this way every night. Okay? You gotta wear the shirt. You gotta put on the randosuru right now. Put it back on.
多分。でも、最後に一回だけ。ザーコ、ロリ好きのダメダメお兄ちゃん。
A useless older brother has a thing for Lolitas.
やっぱ、いけないわね。忘れて。
Bro, what's even the point of getting married if your wife won't LARP as a Mesugaki when she turns 43? I mean, come on. Like, 20-year marriage anniversary, that's what's gotta happen. Fuck. And Predators have missed one. Like, Chinese, but you're right. I don't know who's more based, China or Japan. Islam, isn't that fucking obvious for you? China hates gay people. Japan when they're not listening to the West. I'm literally lolling right now. Japan at the moment, but China in the long run. Japan could have been baster. They actively persecuted Abrahamic religions. It's on the menu now. 10 out of 10 wife, yeah. It was what we all need. Okay, she was promised to me 3,000 years ago. In our little corner of the internet, 43 is still considered a lolly. Honestly, I've seen her before. She's actually pretty funny. I don't think you can, well, I don't think any of her stuff is translated, but yeah, it is funny though. Oh my god, bro. Mom started spoiling me before the final battle? Holy shit. Oh my god, man. This is absolute Kino, bro. Holy shit. Respect older ladies. Holy shit, bro. Anyways, that's pretty good. What else even was there? Oh fuck. Well then, I know what I'm watching before bed. Hell yeah. Anyways, a man got divorced after he saw the new Bleach movie with his family. Man, after some mild fan service, outfits that showed skin, nothing explicit, his wife got mad and called him an incel in front of their daughter and stormed out. Are Foids genuinely retarded? Getting divorced because of Bleach Core 4. I don't blame Kubo. I should have known better. And it's not just his fault. My marriage had some underlying issues going into this. I read the manga, but it has been a while. So I thought my wife and kids would like to go see Bleach in theaters with me because I was so excited about it. I didn't think the fan service was that bad. When the title card with Yoriichi's ass happened, my daughter asked why they were showing her butt so prominently, and I told her it was because Yoriichi had very powerful glutes and hammies due to her shunko and training. But my wife, for some reason, was triggered and yelled, "Bullshit!" at me when me and my daughter were just whispering. During the big fight with Yawatch, and it showed Orihime's outfit, my wife just muttered "unbelievable" to herself and stormed out. Afterwards, she called me an incel in front of our daughter. This was 2 days ago, and we have decided to file for divorce. I'm not mad at Bleach or Kubo. This has actually shown me her true colors, and I am thankful. She calls him an incel when they have a daughter together. What the fuck? This is so ridiculous. Get what you mean, but Islam is technically considered an Abrahamic religion. Ugh, yeah. Love the ASMR. Yeah. Didn't we talk about this before? Oh, did we? Oh, fuck. I guess I forgot. Think we did, but it deserves another coloring. Dude was an idiot. Bro fell for the women like anime meme. True, this is the prime Foy. So many Foy tourists to Bleach. Been a hard few years. It's been a hard few years as a fan. Guess we covered it before. I guess I forgot about it. But yeah, shit. This is fucking hilarious. It's still so... Imagine an anime fucking triggering your divorce. That's fucking insanity, though. And also, by the way, is the wife mad that he didn't tell the daughter that it was just for sexy reasons? Mad that he didn't tell the fucking daughter, who knows how old she is, that just sex sells or whatever. Man, absolutely fucking psychotic. What else even was there? I guess there's a bunch of other stuff. Is he the father? Debatable. Oh, fuck. We should do a stream of, maybe not a whole stream, but we gotta do a segment on Truthly. So apparently someone made a fucking Catholic AI. Truth, not affirmation. Every other AI is built to agree with you. Truthly tells you the truth. Instant answers, 2,000 years of wisdom, 0 spin. So this is a Catholic AI app. And you need to make an account to use it. So, ask anything. No topic off limits. Answers grounded in scripture and the catechism. Not popular opinion. Instant Bible insights. Every verse, instant context. What the church actually teaches, not what culture wants you to think. Find mass, guided prompts, daily truths, short courses, quizzes. And share confidently. So we've literally got the Catholic AI now. Yeah, interesting. So, I don't know, it would be fun to play around with a bit. Especially if you ask it, like, weird stuff. I guess it can answer anything. It just does it from, like, a Catholic perspective. Oh my... Should we do a sequel to the Blue Archive pregnancy fanfics and then get the Catholic AI to write them? That would be fucking funny if we could actually get it to pump something out. Gotta do this on live. Of course. Of course, man. Anyways, though. Man, we got a lot of viewers now, though. 47. Shit. Don't ask how it feels about Quaker Boys. We gotta ask for its opinion on Shotokan, obviously. Anyway, oh, actually, I was gonna talk about Girlfailure Art Club. How long is the trailer? It's only a minute. Yeah, we can do this real quick. I did advertise it. What is in the Vatican vaults? Would be some funny... Oh, fuck. And there was this shit explaining the topic of female gooning. Oh, thank you for the gifted membership, MGTY. Oh, and it looks like Ominous Owl was the lucky member. Nice one. Anyways, we'll go on a little longer. Hey kid, keep on being epic. Alright. Yeah, will do. Thank you very much. But anyway, yeah, we'll go on a little longer, actually. I think we'll watch this video, and then we'll go into Girlfailure Art Club. And then we'll probably end it. So, let's see here. Yeah, this is from Emmy Bissau. She's actually kind of based, from what I've seen at least, so.
Hi! This is my first drawn-out storytime style of video, so if you like this one, make sure to tell me in the comments so I can make more. And if you don't, I'm gonna assume everyone hates me. Okay, on to the video. Have you ever been scrolling through TikTok or Instagram Reels and you just get the most absurd, cringe POV video? Like, POV, your vampire mafia millionaire daddy boyfriend kidnaps you and tattoos your name on him.
Yo, is this the kind of shit that actually shows up in women's feeds? Oh yeah, but we're all the fucking degenerate gooners, right? Oh my god. I swear, Look, women are fucking way worse gooners than guys are. Holy shit.
And when you open the comments, you see a...
Oh my god. Have you ever been scrolling through? Thankfully not.
bunch of girls thirsting after him instead of, you know, cringing.
You know, women actually are just so fucking... We established this with Ina Q, okay? How she made, like, a whole video about how it's morally acceptable to thirst over Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, but also it's not acceptable to thirst over female characters as a straight guy for reasons.
Well, you see, this is what female gooning is. This incredibly exaggerated, insane scenario is what a lot of us are into, generally. You may find it cringe, but that's because you're not the target audience, assuming you're a man watching this. But we don't actually want a vampire mafia millionaire daddy boyfriend to kidnap us and tattoo our name on him in real life.
Look, that's kind of debatable considering how into bad boys women tend to be. POV, you're being chased by emus.
At least, not those of us that are sane. That would be a crazy red flag. Female gooning is all about imagining these scenarios. For example, I actually don't watch corn. enunciating the C because I'm talking about the vegetable corn.
Yeah, she actually reads it. You know, as if there's a difference.
I personally read it because...
Yeah, what did I tell ya? I had a girl who wrote Sora x Riku fanfiction criticize me over ecchi anime. And that's the thing that bothers me, okay? I don't care about the femgooners. It's just that they're always fucking criticizing us. And it's like, you're as bad, if not worse. They sure love to imagine minotaurs, yeah.
Unfortunately, 7 feet tall werewolf boys don't exist in real life. And my imagination can come up with a much hotter version of a werewolf boy than any real human could ever recreate in real life. Not to mention the amount of fantasies I have that are completely outlandish and horrifying if they were ever to be recreated in real life. So, us women use our imaginations. Sometimes while I'm reading, I'll even replace what the male main character looks like with my own version, just because I can. It's my brain. I can make him look however I want. He walked into the bar, his long blonde...
Throwing rocks in glass houses seems to be the standard operating procedure on their end, yeah. Yeah. Well, look, it's the whole thing. Women, okay, they want sexual freedom for themselves, but they don't want it for men. Okay, that's the whole crux of the issue here, is that they're just complete hypocrites.
And hair slicked back in a shiny type man bun. What the hell? Absolutely not. He has short black hair. And his tight jeans hugged his strong thighs snugly. Ew. Skinny jeans in 2026? No thanks. He rubs his long, thick beard while he eyes me up and down. No. Alongside reading books, there are
Bro, this shit is fucking cringe, man.
also other mediums, like certain doujins, when my brain is just too fried after a long, hard day, and I want some instant gratification without having to read oodles and oodles of white words on a dark background, and trying to rack my brain to imagine perfectly beautiful-looking humans. Women are also just as degenerate as men. I think a lot of people
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that.
underestimate how freaky we are, but if you fuck around and take one peek at any female-dominated fandom, you'll find out real quick how weird it gets in some of these spaces.
Exactly. Another great example is Archive of Our Own. All right, which is dominated by women. All right, and is just filled with the fucking most degenerate smut imaginable. Like I've said this before. Okay, like the most fucking extreme hentai is like standard for female gooners, you know? See, everyone hates beards, lol, she gets 1 point. Yeah. Sims also heavily encourage this bullshit as well. Yeah, that's the whole thing, you know, 100%. Women care incomparably more about looks than men, true.
And lastly, of course, our hormones play into it too. As a bio major that graduated with straight C's, I know that men's hormonal cycle is super short. You guys generally peak in the morning, so you could probably wake up, wank it, and then go on with your day feeling refreshed. But for women, our hormonal cycle happens in the duration of an entire month, which obviously affects something about us.
Wow, brilliant insight. Really appreciate the honesty. Look, I don't mind, you know. She mentioned nothing but physical appearance. Yeah, that's the thing. Women are like, oh, see, our gooning, it's like so much more like nuanced than men's gooning, okay? Because we like use our imagination or something. Oh, by the way, my perfect man, here's every physical thing about him and nothing about the personality. Yeah, the whole thing is that, look, yeah.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Yes, I know this stuff doesn't apply to everyone, but you can comment on the video about how much info I got wrong so that I can get more engagement. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye! Mwah.
Anyways, well, okay. Nice one. Yeah, I mean, she's kind of downplaying it. And look, women are also a lot less shameful about this stuff too, you know? Like women, you know, like women literally will like fucking like praise these like degenerate smut novels as if they're high art, you know? Or they'll read smut novels in public. Like, what the fuck? Are you insane, bro? Get a fucking grip. Listen to some Liberty ASMR. Well, not right now, but it is some good stuff. Oh, man. Videos on YouTube, apparently. Anyways, that actually segues nicely into our next topic. Girlfailure Art Club at 50 Shades of Grey. Her 50 Shades of Grey thing wasn't hidden at all. Or, you know, Twilight, another example. Anyway, so Girlfailure Art Club is a new romance VN where you date a cringy otaku girl. The male protag joins the local high school's part-time art club after feeling ignored by the tennis club. Fall in love in this nostalgic romp where dorky otaku girls are clueless how to behave around a guy. She doesn't understand that there are a lot of sexists with marketable names that are political predators treating people like shit. Foids actually have no idea how weird they are most of the time because nobody will ever risk their chances to bang to tell them. Yeah, that's fucking real, man. Oh shoot, you know it too, Base. 50 Shades of Grey was originally a Twilight fanfic. That's correct. And there's also a gender-swapped version of Twilight. It's called Life and Death. And I actually really want to read it sometime because it sounds fucking hilarious, but... yeah, Morning Glory Milking Farm. Anyways, I guess this is a trailer. Let's see. Fed up with the tennis club's extrovert energy, you transfer to the art club. And waiting for you there are 4 ridiculously cute otaku girls. The alt girl in red glasses who calls herself Boku. Proud to a fault, she'll flex her knowledge every chance she gets. Over-the-top reaction queen Shoko. She fires off wild manga-style comebacks, but deep down she's timid and terrified of guys. The cute-voiced quirky one Kana. Her catchphrases are "ow ow" and "non des." She even says her sound effects out loud, Pekari. The dark smiling self-insert fangirl Yurie. Her self-insert has so many love interests that the protagonist isn't even... she's even the one heroine you can't romance. So there's a heroine you can't romance. Cringy but cute romance adventure. Girlfailure Art Club. Imagine the smell. Well, I mean, they're Japanese, so they actually wouldn't smell as bad. Anyways, let's see here. Some official art. Oh my god. Your categorization is careless in the extreme, and otaku refers to a person who deepens a specific interest through knowledge. Shoko-senpai, you called him an otaku like us, but how many times must I repeat that sampling whatever manga or anime happens to be trending, then abandoning it for the next thing? The moment boredom sets in makes one merely a consumer, not an otaku. Oh fuck, giga-based. That last one looked like a man. Tacos and fish. Would it be okay if I called you Prince Senpai? Oh my god, bro. She's perfect. Gives me some Doki Doki Literature Club vibes. It does. Oh my god. It'd be... I don't know. Do you think they're gonna make this into a fucking horror game or something? Based. Men can't get away with shit at all without being called out, at least. I'm Yurie Ishihara, Class 3-2, current president of the art club. Just call me Yurie Senpai, though honestly, our advisor barely ever shows up, so we're a pretty chill club. No strict hierarchy or anything. Anyways, what? New club member mid-year? What's this, a dating sim plot? Someone please stop this girl. She's in heat 24/7. Ow, ow. Is this the start of an exciting new rom-com? Who cares? Wow. Oh my god. It's fucking hilarious. Okay, so here's the characters. Okay, Rin. Or Rene. Or Rinny. I guess it'd be Rene. I don't want any kind of subversion. They better play it completely straight, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't mind if one of the routes kind of goes off the deep end. Like, if you can't date Yurie, then it'd be funny if her route just does something crazy. They all look cute. I mean, I don't really like Yurie, but you can't really date her anyway, so who cares? Obsessed with underground subcultures and dreams of living alone in Tokyo. She looks down on the other club members who only watch mainstream anime. Also, she has 0 friends. I won't bury my bones in a city where all you can do for fun is karaoke or pachinko, I'll tell you that much. Kana is the best, Yurie is the worst, yeah. Shoko, the reaction queen, third-year student, enthusiastic enjoyer of comedy manga. She can't help but react with perfect comedic timing to anything. Despite her aggressive behavior, she has low self-esteem and is very self-conscious about her height and physique. She says that her dream job is having no job. But she has a secret dream that she's never told anyone. Holy shit. Giga-based. Wait a gosh darn second. Do you think I'm some kind of animal in heat? How dare you? The word is bae. The world doesn't have enough Renes. The cute voiced quirky one, Kana. First year student, she has a high-pitched cute voice and is a bit cloud-headed. Her dream is becoming a voice actress. She often says things like ow ow and nano des, and says sound effects out loud. The other girls in the club think she's as adorable as an angel and treat her accordingly. She fell in love at first sight with you, whom she calls Prince Senpai. She has no friends in her own class. Could you be my very own sweet prince? Yurie, the dark, smiling fangirl, third-year student, and the art club's president. She projects a soft and gentle aura just to become terrifying as soon as she gets angry. She likes self-inserting in fan fiction, and she's especially obsessed with the character Kyoya Tobari from the hit series Hitman Reborn Family Matters. She is a top-ranking writer on the Fortune Tellers United fanfiction site, as you could never possibly surpass Kyoya Tobari in her eyes. She is not romanceable not a romanceable character in the game. That's so fucking funny. Always number 2 to her husbando. Hey guys, how about you start showing some restraint? Kana would definitely be voiced by Kana Hanazawa. Where's my IRL Kana? We were all promised an IRL Kana 3,000 years ago. Yeah, Kana is the best. Is this trailer the same? I guess so. Actually, it has I guess it has an extra opening. Let's see on Steam. Do you like otaku girls? Yes, yes, yes! Is that a Hitman Reborn reference? How old is that anime? I guess it is one. Romance adventure. So yeah, I guess we've already watched most of this. The prophecy says that Kana is the best, and so it is. When does it come out? Next year. Okay, we're gonna have to play this on stream. This is gonna turn into like a fucking visual novel channel. Okay, because I guess we got the Yuri game that's banned. I wanted to fucking I wanted to play Monster Girl University or whatever it's called. And now we have this shit. So we got our fucking work cut out for us. So let's look at the screenings though, the screenshots. What kind of Galgay is this? I've never played those kinds of games. How would I know? Holy shit. You already know who I am. Man. Still though, I mean, looks cool. I think that's it. What the fuck? What even is this? I got all this. Oh! Someone recommended me to check her out. Anyways, wholesome. Yeah, here it is. This is another game I was gonna play, actually. I was thinking of playing on stream. Wholesome Monster Girl Academia. I guess we won't watch the trailer. But basically, it's a dating sim where you date monster girls in a Catholic school. And apparently it's played completely straight. I don't know. I mean, it's funny as like a meme game. I'll still play it. And I'll go in with an open mind. But I kind of disagree with the premise. Because, I mean, Monster Girl... First of all, it's taking like a Japanese concept and like westernizing it. Like, this is like Western cartoony art, right? Which I don't necessarily hate it. Well, actually, the art style kind of even looks like Tumblr-esque, actually. Yeah, it's... Honestly, the more you look at it, the worse it gets. But anyways, another thing is that, like, monster girls are basically, like, the modern monster girl was basically created as, like, a fucking hentai fetish, like a hentai tag. So it kind of rubs me the wrong way to have a guy try to, like, reclaim it. Well, not even reclaim it, but to claim it and then make it wholesome. Like, I mean, look, it is an original game, but I don't know. It is kind of touristy. I was recommended this on Steam recently. I hope this isn't a slop renpai. Okay, well, I'm sure it's made in renpai, but I guess that doesn't necessarily mean it's slop. Hey there, friend. You look like a lost sheep. Can I help you find your way? Am I the only one who finds this a little uncomfortable? The Catholics aren't beating the allegations. I would forgive you for playing it. I played Sucker for Love and can't even forgive myself. Aren't monsters viewed as evil in modern Christianity? I don't think Christians think monsters are real. They think demons are real. And demons are evil. But I guess... I don't know what... I guess she's like a vampire, and then this girl looks like a demon, but I guess she's not. Let's go here. I guess they didn't say that much here, but... Wow, official I'm surprised a fan had to translate it into Spanish. The slime girl is kind of cool. Okay, obviously the slime girl is going to be the best. Okay, do you even need to debate that one? Shit. Anyways, I think the game's like 3 or 4 hours. I think I have it installed already. So, I guess we can play it whenever. I'm not sure. Well, the EDP stream is next. We'll see whenever I get around to this one. But yeah, it would be cool to play more games on stream. But I'm not sure when it's supposed to come out, though. An original character OC culture, yeah. I don't know. Well, look. Worst case scenario, I guess it's inoffensive, right? I mean, how bad can it be, right? And I mean, I don't know. It's still... Look, it's funny for the novelty, yeah. Actually literally is just like a Catholic game played completely straight. Along the way, learn and apply lessons from your faith to improve your relationship with God and the girls. Befriend and try to romance with a harpy girl, dragon girl, slime girl, succubus, or a vampire. So yeah, one of the girls, she literally is a succubus that you can date. And I guess succubi aren't really demons. They're technically like folk. I think they're more just like folk creatures. Monster Girl quest is required reading. Yes, indeed. Thank you for the $2, Buckley. And thank you for the seal, too. At least the harpies are flat. They think some monsters are real, considering the giant sea monsters and the behemoth in the Bible. Well, yeah, but I thought they... Well, the giants went extinct, right? And I don't know about the sea dragons. Black Soul stream when? I don't know. I'd have to set it up on some other site. Or actually, isn't Black Souls like completely censored on Steam or something? I guess I could do it on Steam. If the Steam version's censored. Oh my, it is on Steam. So yeah, it is censored on Steam. So I could play it on Steam, just censored. Would you guys be down for the Black Souls stream? Slimes in the Bible? Shit. And they have Black Souls too, so... Succubi have to be demons if they're children of Lilith, but they aren't children of Lilith. The children of Lilith were Lilim, which is a different thing, so... The whole thing is the succubi come from... Well, it's theorized that succubi come from sleep paralysis. Basically, guys would have a wet dream when they're experiencing sleep paralysis, and then that became demons. Or succubi, I mean. But I guess they technically are demons. According to Wikipedia, they're demons. So... Whatever, I don't know. Look, I don't know about this shit. Anyways, yeah, it is pretty unbiblical to have an actual demon in your Catholic game, though, because Catholics, well, Christians in general see all demons as irredeemably, completely evil. You have to get the patch. If I get the patch, then I can't play it on stream. Yeah, I think Black Souls might have a streamer-friendly mode or something, or be a, hey, we made it safe work, but here's a patch. Yeah, so maybe I'll play Black Souls on stream. I just won't install the patch. I'll do that on my own time. Woke gay. Never heard of succubi not classified as demons. Yeah, I think they are technically demons. The whole thing is not every, like, folk creature if from Europe is a demon, right? Like, fairies aren't demons, right? You're right, I confuse the two all the time. Yeah. Or you're getting mixed up by, like, anime world-building shit. Without the patch, 80% of the game is cut. Well, look, I'll look into it. Because, I mean, it still would be cool to play through it on stream. And like I said, I do want to play more games, and it would be fitting. What languages do they have? Traditional and simplified Chinese, or Door 3 might be on there as is. Haven't played it. Yeah. Bro, this shit looks fucking Kino, man. Witch touched life. Oh my god. Steam is just like so Steam fucking hell. It's so gay. And what the hell is this? Sister other paranoia? Bro. How come the feminists have to rob Kino from us, okay? Gabe wants Steam to just have all the arrow gays, okay? All the hentai games. Alright, but he's been alright, he's being fucking choked out by these feminists at Collective Shout. Brutal. Oh my god, the developer is called Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo? It's funny how they put the... That's fucking funny, man. Anyways, well, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Interesting. We got a lot of games to play, apparently. It's gonna be the fucking... Anyways, I think that's about it for today. Is there anything else I was gonna talk about? I don't think so. Let me check my other tab real... I mean, the other tab... It's mostly like YouTube videos and stuff. But yeah, the stream's almost... We're at 3 hours and 40 minutes. So it's about time to end things. If you got any other questions or comments, just put it in the chat right now. Otherwise, we'll be ending. I guess I'll just end it. I'll end it on Kana, Best Girl. So... Amazing stream. Thank you very much. Oh, wait. Let me find... I gotta get the member list so I can thank all the members. YouTube Studio. Oh, my video's actually doing pretty good. My latest one. Why is Chibi Review so hated? Check it out if you haven't. But anyways, earn memberships. And okay, got the member list. All right, so thank you to our channel members: Ominous Owl 4530, MGTY 6811, Animosity 3771, Donkey Donk 96, Fat Naru 0002, Alistair Cardigan 8574, Elias Guys, and Purple Face Punk. Yeah, thank you very much for your support. All right, thank you for the stream, Kai. Yep, thank you. Amazing stream. Latest video was good. Thank you very much. When is the next stream? Peace. Maybe before the end of the week. Maybe I'll try for Friday. Or let me check actually. Yeah, maybe Friday, but maybe the weekend. I don't know. I might post it in advance because it's a bit of a special occasion. I might schedule the stream or something. Anyway, I like that vid. Yeah, thank you very much, Pulvergate. Appreciate the stream. See you in the next one, Kai. Yep, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the donation, Elias, guys. Thanks again. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, wait, MGTY. Yeah, thanks for the gifted membership. Chibi video was fun to watch. Thank you. No problem. All right, so that's about it for today, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, thank you guys all for watching. This has been Kai Marin. And